show is. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Duo Podcast, the most mediocre podcast on the whole internet. I'm one of your hosts, Wade.
I'm one of your hosts, Devin. We took a poll. We are the most mediocre.
We did. 2 people.
They both said yes.
Yeah.
So it's 100% turnout.
100% true. So it's not a lot.
That's an A+.
Fucking A, man.
That's the first A+ you've ever gotten.
You're damn right. What have you been watching these past couple weeks? Because we've been off.
Honestly, nothing.
Nothing out of for 3 weeks?
No, I've been watching a lot of YouTube.
What have you been watching on YouTube?
You ever see a guy named Kitboga?
That's not a real name.
It is. He scams scammers, and I think it's hilarious. And he has like 50-minute videos he posts all the time.
Shit.
Yeah. It's really good. He calls a bunch of Indian people.
That's racist.
That's where they live. They're from India. And he scams them. Well, he doesn't scam them.
He
doesn't scam
I
them.
call these people and I scam them out of a bunch of money.
They try to scam him, and he like messes with them.
That's fun.
And yeah, it's really fun. I'm going to rewatch Daredevil. I just bought it on Blu-ray. I don't know when I'm going to.
I'm excited for you to watch the Blu-rays because the Blu-rays look fucking so good.
Yeah, I don't have season 3 though. Come on, Disney.
Nobody does.
Put it out.
Nobody does.
Some people have like
bootlegs, but that ain't shit.
A bootleg.
I want an official Blu-ray.
We both watched the Star Wars episode 1 and 2 in the past.
For some fucking reason.
Yeah, we're doing a rewatch. Yeah. It's okay. We'll get to the good
start
ones.
with all the bad shit, and then we start with the bad stuff. Then we get to the good ones, and then we get to more bad shit.
Yeah, it ends on a really bad note, but it'll be the first time I've seen it since theaters. Episode 9.
Yeah, it'll be the first time since theaters.
Sad day. We just made fun of the first 2 the whole time we did it,
and they deserve it. Yeah.
I'm
gonna make fun of the third one when we watch it.
I think we're gonna watch it tonight. We'll see what happens.
We should have time.
And then I think that's it. I don't think I'm watching it. At least there's nothing I want to talk about that I've watched that I can't remember. At least
that's fair.
Yeah. What have you been watching?
I have been watching Star Trek, the original Star Trek series. I haven't finished it because I'm trying to take it slow and take my time with it because there's a lot. There's 30 episodes a season, and there's 3 seasons of the original.
Are they all an hour long?
Yeah.
Holy.
So there's a lot of it. So I'm trying to. I don't want to try to binge it all and then be like, oh fuck, Star Trek.
It's like Arrow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Long.
Thank God there's only 3 seasons of the original series.
It's not 8. Like Arrow.
Yeah, that's way too much. But it's good. I enjoy it. I like Star Trek. I've never really understood the hype of Star Trek until now. I get it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, interesting sci-fi stuff.
I've still not got. I've watched. Was it Into Darkness?
Into Darkness is a terrible film.
No, wait. What's the first reboot?
It's just Star Trek.
Okay, I've seen that one, and I think I've seen Into Darkness.
I haven't seen the first reboot, but I've seen Into Darkness, and that is a garbage fire of a movie.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth's in the first one for a second. He dies.
That was pre-Thor.
Yeah, nobody knew who he was.
Yeah,
like look at that guy. He died. That was it.
Look at this fucking jackass. And that was the biggest star in the world.
I watched that rebooted Star Trek in my tech class in 6th grade. I have no idea why. I guess because it's future stuff. Like it was a technology class.
Yes.
I don't know. That was the first time I watched it.
I think the teacher just wanted a day off. And I was like, yeah, just watch
Star Trek. He did it for a week. So
he showed you Star Trek for a week?
We watched the whole movie, and the class was only 30 minutes.
So that's fair. You wanted a week off, I guess.
We didn't even do any quiz or anything over it.
You got to watch Star Trek for free.
I guess. I mean, I thought it was that was the last time I watched it. It was that long ago. I want to do the original series, and then I want to try to get into Next Generation. There's 7 seasons of Next Generation, but that's the one with Patrick Stewart. Yeah,
that I heard is very good.
That's the one my dad's into. He's the
Patrick and I've seen I've seen a couple episodes of it a long time ago, but I don't really remember it. So I want to see if that's any good, and I want to watch some of the original movies. Like the Star Trek the Motion Picture and The Wrath of Khan and Star Trek 3. I don't know if I'll watch all of them because there's 11 of them, and I don't really care that much about Star Trek to watch all of them. But
the only I know is that the red shirt guy dies.
That's a thing that I've always heard that hasn't happened so far in Star Trek that I've seen. I don't know where that. Maybe that's Next Generation.
I don't know. Probably because that's the most popular of the Star Trek series.
But it's
Red
good.
Shirt guy dies.
If you like space, sci-fi adventures and stuff, it's really good. William Shatner's fucking great in it.
Where is he now? Great. William Shatner?
Most of them. He hasn't been great in 30 years.
Yeah.
He was really great. Speaking of William Shatner being great, in the animated movie Batman vs. Two-Face, Adam West's last movie. William Shatner plays Two-Face, and he's fucking great in it.
Does he?
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I didn't know that.
Go watch that because that movie's awesome.
I was gonna compare his career to Spielberg, like he just fell off after.
I mean, he kind of did for a little bit. It's not like he's really making a comeback because he hasn't really done anything much of note other than that. But that's a good movie. You know, I like that movie. He's really good in it.
Yeah. I forgot. I did watch part of Superman Returns. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Why?
Because it was just on TV and I watched it.
Why would you ever want to just be? I would watch something.
Because I wanted to watch the airplane scene, and I did.
Oh, was it the beginning?
Yeah, and I turned it off.
That's part of it. That's all you need. Nice little Superman short film.
I still haven't. I kind of want to see his Superman in what's that show he's in? He hit Brandon Routh's Superman.
He was in the Crisis Chronicles.
Is it in Crisis? Is that what it is? I kind of want to see
Routh,
that.
Yeah, he's in that universe, but as a different character than his Superman.
Is he Kingdom Come Superman in that?
It's supposed to be a version of Kingdom Come. I don't know if it's actually like this is Kingdom Come Superman, but he's an older Superman. He's wearing the Kingdom Come.
He's got the logo thing.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's the same Superman from Superman Returns.
I don't care. Brandon Routh could be a good Superman.
Yeah, he was good in the Crisis.
He's not Christopher Reeve, but he did a good job.
No.
Trying to be Christopher Reeve.
That's everyone wanted him to be Christopher
Reeve,
and that was the thing. That's why they cast him, was because he kind of looked like Christopher Reeve. But he's really good as Superman. He got the shit in his thing.
I mean, no one can ever be Christopher Reeve.
No, Christopher Reeve was a charming motherfucker.
Yeah, but
we need to talk about the Superman movies at some point.
Yeah, but we will. I still need to watch the fourth one.
You're in for a fucking treat.
Yeah.
That movie's only 90 minutes, so it'll be short.
Oh, it's gonna feel like 3 hours. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Like I said, Brandon, he does a good job being Superman. He's just not Christopher Reeve. Yeah. That's why I kind of want to see him in Crisis. Yeah, it doesn't.
He's really good in Crisis. Yeah. Too bad Crisis didn't make any fucking sense.
Well, because you just jumped into it, not knowing.
I've heard from people who have seen every season of all the shows that it didn't make any sense either. So, it's just, the Crisis crossovers never make any fucking sense because it's a bunch of bullshit. Written by fucking comic book writers who don't care anymore.
Yeah. What else have you been watching?
I watched Psycho 2. I recently watched Psycho 2, the sequel to the classic Alfred Hitchcock film Psycho.
Never seen it.
You haven't seen Psycho? You fucker?
I've seen American Psycho.
That's a good film too. Psycho, the black and white movie with the.
I mean, I've seen that scene.
Shower.
Yeah, I've seen that scene.
Great fucking movie. One of Alfred Hitchcock's best movies. Even though he kind of treated it as like a B movie thing, he didn't really. He was like, whatever. I've always heard about the sequels to Psycho, but I was like, I don't. Like, why would you make a sequel to Psycho? Like, what? Who gives?
It's like 2001. It's like
why even attempt to like continue this? Psycho 2 is actually pretty good because it's an actual continuation of.
When was this made?
The story. This was made, I think, 1983.
So
this was 22 years after.
I was gonna say a while after
the film, yeah, and it acknowledges that, and it's not trying to just be Psycho again, which is really cool because Norman Bates actually like progresses as a character, and they do something different. Where I don't know if I want to say it because it might be a spoiler.
The movie's 40 years old.
Sure. Norman Bates, who was the main character in Psycho, who was the murderer. Norman Bates doesn't kill anyone in this whole movie.
Okay.
So it's an actual, like, it's actually taking his character in directions and doing different.
What does he do?
Things.
He's just a weird.
It's kind of made to like, oh, is he? Because someone's killing people, and everyone's like, because there's a character from the first movie who was a witness to her friend being murdered in there, and in this movie, she's like, Norman Bates is out. He's a fucking crazy person. We need to lock his ass up. So she's kind of fucking with him to try and like, his crazy's still there. I'm gonna try to trick him to like, snap out of it.
So he just acts like a crazy person, but he's not. Does he do anything actually bad?
You have to watch it and find out.
He never
kills anybody.
He never like trips somebody. He's like, oh, my bad.
No, he's actually like actively trying to be like, hey, I don't want to like do anything crazy. Like, stop fucking with me, please.
Kicking kids on train tracks and stuff like that.
No, he's not that bad. But it's actually really good, and I was actually shocked at how good this was. I don't care.
So it's not like 2001 with 2010.
2010 wasn't terrible.
I've never seen 2010.
2010 is just kind of an unnecessary sequel. This is an actual like good. See, like if you're watching Psycho, watch this afterwards because it kind of feels like a solid like.
I honestly didn't even know there was a Psycho 2.
A lot of people don't. Psycho 3, I have no interest in seeing because it looks dumb. And Psycho 4, I've heard, is
just fucking turn into Halloween at this point. Like it was
that's what they kind of wanted to turn it into because this was the 80s and it was the height of the slasher flick.
Yeah.
And then don't watch the remake because the remake is fucking god awful.
They'll make another remake.
Don't touch Psycho.
They're gonna do it again.
Stop doing it.
Just like they did with Predator and Alien. And
that's completely different because those are actual franchises that can
and Halloween.
Other things. Psycho was a movie about a guy doing a thing. It didn't need to be this big franchise.
They'll reboot like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Stop doing that. We don't need that.
They've
already rebooted Texas
Make
Chainsaw.
New horror films.
Make new things.
Like
make new interesting things. Don't just make sequels to stuff unless it's like this and it's really good. Then I'm fine with it. As long as it's good, I don't give a shit.
But like, don't do Predator or whatever. What was the new one called?
The Predator.
The Predator.
And it was terrible.
I didn't even watch it, but I saw somebody else review
So
it,
bad.
and I was like, that seems like the worst thing
so
ever.
I can't even like. It almost felt like the people who made that movie were making it sarcastically.
Or we could talk about the worst reboot ever, Hellboy 2019.
You cocksucker. We're not talking about that right now. We'll do that in a separate video.
Wade would be so angry if that's what we talk about.
You want to hear me rant for 2 hours? I'll rant about that whole. I will break down that movie shot for shot.
You will rant for longer than the movie runtime.
The movie's like 80 minutes. I'll rant for 3 hours about it because it sucks. But that's a different video for a different.
Should have got Josh Brolin as
that would fucking A. That would have been amazing. David Harbour would have been a good choice if they didn't slather his fucking face in makeup and he couldn't emote through it. Like he could have been a great Hellboy.
I think Josh Brolin would have been the part.
Josh Brolin looks like a demon anyway, so
he's a little too short, but that's fine.
Hey, it was Thanos. You put him on stilts.
I'm surprised they didn't CGI Hellboy in the new one.
Don't. He would look terrible.
I'm sure he would, but I'm surprised they didn't.
Fucking
honestly.
Hellboy. He would look stupid. He would look even more stupid than he already did.
Unless the whole world was CG.
Sure, if it was an animated movie, sure, that would be fine. They had a couple animated movies that were okay. But
so nothing tops the first Hellboy?
First Hellboy is awesome, by the way. This is off topic, but the first Hellboy by Guillermo del Toro is an awesome movie.
Because it's del Toro in his prime. Like,
yeah, this was like hot off Pan's Labyrinth, del Toro. Like he knew how to make a fucking movie. Like that movie looks great. It's fun. It knows how to like capture the dark shit, but also the fun, goofy comic book shit. Hellboy 2 is great. Not as great as the first one, but it's also really good and it's fun.
It's like Blade.
And it ends on a fucking cliffhanger ending and that they didn't get to finish that they probably will never finish.
Probably not.
Which sucks.
Anyways, what's your last thing over there?
I also watched Be Kind, Rewind.
What?
It's a movie starring Jack Black and Mos Def. This is a movie that I watched a long time ago at like my grandpa's house, and I don't think I really like understood it because I was a dumb fucking moron kid. But I recently rewatched this. It's a fucking great movie.
Is it better than Nacho Libre?
It's actually, I mean, this is like a movie. I love Nacho Libre. Nacho Libre is great, but that's more of like a silly like comedy.
Is Jack Black the star?
It's both Jack Black and Mos Def.
Okay.
It's kind of a buddy thing, but it's basically Jack Black plays a crazy like conspiracy nut, and one night he goes in, he's breaking into this thing, and he gets magnetized in like a really weird and creative way, and then Mos Def is kind of taking care of this video store while his boss is out of town, and Jack Black comes in, and because he's magnetized, he erases all the fucking tapes in the whole store. So then Mos Def and Jack Black have to recreate all the movies that are on the tape, and it's so fucking fun.
That seems like a fun.
It's such a fun premise. It's such a fun idea. It's the whole movie's basically like a summation of why movies are important and why they're special, and it pays homage to like the shitty B movies, and it pays homage to big budget movies like Men in Black and Ghostbusters and stuff like that. And there's one scene where like at the very end where it's just like all the people in the neighborhood, they're all like watching this thing that they all made, and it's just like it just, I don't know, it just made me feel good about movies where it's like, oh, we made this fucking thing. It sucks, but we made it. And there's like, that's what gives movies heart, and that's what makes people like movies, is because we made a thing.
Unless you made a bad thing and everybody hates
it. Even then, because that's what they say in the movie. They're like, our version of Ghostbusters is 20 minutes and we had no effects and whatever, but it was entertaining because we were having fun doing it and we had a lot of heart in it. And that's why they become like local celebs, and they even do RoboCop, which is fun. But it's a really fun movie. I would recommend it.
You would?
I would recommend it. It's not very long too.
You didn't even get the Blu-ray. You got a DVD.
I got a DVD. I don't give a shit. The DVD looks good. It's a good looking movie. Michel Gondry directed it, and he's really good. I like him.
I've never heard of it.
He did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the Jim Carrey movie that no one's seen.
Yeah, the one time Jim Carrey tried to act.
He's acted in a couple movies, Sonic the Hedgehog being one of them.
You know, did you hear we're getting a second one?
Is that your first piece of news?
He can be. He wasn't even on my list.
Jason Momoa might be in it.
Is he?
He's rumored to be Knuckles.
Oh, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with that. I just feel bad for.
I thought he was gonna like be in the movie. I was like, that'd be weird.
I prefer that. Jason Momoa and Sonic fucking around. That'd be awesome.
That's why I thought he was gonna be like the human sidekick.
No, I assume they're gonna bring back James Marsden
because he has not.
Because James Marsden has had a shit career since X-Men. He's been in nothing of note. I mean,
Smurfs.
He wasn't in Smurfs.
Wasn't he in Smurfs?
It was Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh fuck!
Fucking racist. Think all white people look the same.
He was Cyclops.
He was Cyclops. He wasn't Enchanted, which Enchanted is
that's what I was
a
like.
fun movie.
Why
the fuck did you mix up Smurfs and Enchanted?
Like Disney shit.
One's Disney and one's not.
I mean,
and one has blue people running around.
Yeah, the blue little people.
Blue midgets.
You can't say midget.
I can say it because they're midgets.
You can't say that.
What do you want me to say? Blue retards?
Derek, if he's watching or listening to this, he reprimanded us for saying that word. We're not allowed.
He didn't reprimand me.
He reprimanded me.
I don't give a shit. I'll say what I want.
We're not allowed to say it. He's
our
PR guy.
Hold on. Derek's not a midget. He doesn't have any right to say that.
He knows it's offensive, so he said you're not allowed to say it.
I'll stop saying it when a midget comes up to me and says, "Hey, stop saying midget."
How often do you meet?
Never, and that's why I'll continue to say it.
What if you meet Peter Dinklage one day?
Peter Dinklage, you've seen Elf, right? They had a whole scene where they called him a fucking midget elf.
Yeah, I know,
and he signed off on that. Peter Dinklage is cool, all right.
But what if one day you meet him and then you call him that, and then he's just like, "What did you just say to me?"
Hey, you're that cool little badass midget guy.
Be like, what?
Be like, yeah, I am. I'm fucking Peter Dinklage, you bitch. And he'd probably roundhouse kick me because he's fucking awesome.
That'd be amazing.
Peter Dinklage is a badass.
He could jump that high?
Probably. I don't know.
That's impressive. He can jump more than.
You just assume he can't jump that high because he's a midget. You fucking.
He's got to get his foot high up there to roundhouse kick.
He didn't. I didn't say where. He could roundhouse kick me anywhere.
I mean, I was assuming to the face.
He could roundhouse kick me in the dick.
Yeah, he can probably get that high.
Exactly.
That'd be impressive if you can jump and kick in the face.
Yeah. I mean, if he got a running start, he probably could.
No. Jump more than his body length?
You don't know that. You haven't met Peter.
Not even the best athletes can do that.
Maybe Peter Dinklage is a world-class
athlete. He's secretly the best athlete in the world.
Possibly. I don't know. I've never met the man, Devin.
We don't even know if he exists.
Stop just assuming things about him.
He could be replaced by Illuminati. We don't know.
He's too small.
They got a robot.
Their robots are like a certain height. He's too small.
This is the kid robot.
I mean, maybe. Well, no, because a kid looks different than a midget.
Well, they put makeup on him.
That's not what I mean. I mean, like, their body is different.
Not
just because he looks older.
They chopped some of the limbs off.
Yeah, that's possible. Are you segueing into Peter Dinklage news?
I don't have Peter.
We're just going on a rant about Peter.
Do you have Peter Dinklage?
I don't.
Oh, that would have been a great
That should have been. I should just make up some Peter Dinklage news
right now. Then cut that. And
fucking put it in. I'll splice it in somewhere. Peter Dinklage did a thing once. There we go.
He was in a movie that one time.
He was in Avengers Endgame once, and then he was really.
He wasn't even in Endgame. You messed it up. He was in Infinity War.
God damn it,
dumbass!
Same movie. I don't give a shit.
It's not the same movie.
It's the same thing. Speaking of the same movie, there's a proper, quote unquote, proper Cloverfield sequel coming out, and everyone's so fucking excited.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't care.
What about Paradox? Is that not canon?
You mean that movie that no one saw?
You saw it.
Is it canon?
I don't know.
Is 10 Cloverfield Lane fucking canon? Nobody knows.
I don't know.
And guess what? Nobody fucking cares about Cloverfield anymore.
They haven't for like 10 years.
No one cared about Cloverfield when the first Cloverfield movie came out. Well, a little bit. And then they saw the movie and was like, it's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's every monster movie.
And then they came out with Overlord, and that was supposed to be a Cloverfield movie. But then they saw the reaction of Cloverfield Paradox, and they're like, maybe it's not. And then it ended up being a good movie.
I've seen the first Cloverfield and then 10 Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield Lane could have been an awesome
I think it is an awesome movie.
If they cut out the last 10. I think the last 10 minutes.
I think that's fine. It's not as bad as like Glass.
I think it's so fucking stupid. I think that ending is fucking stupid. It becomes a different movie.
It's not as bad as Glass.
No, Glass was a disrespect to the franchise.
The third act of Glass is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
It was terrible. But 10 Cloverfield Lane, it ruined everything that made that movie great. because it just became a different fucking movie. And I was like, all right, this is lame.
I think it's fine. It's fine. The ending. I think the whole movie is still good up until that point. So
sure, but then it's like, all right, when I watch that movie, I'm going to be angry knowing that ending's coming.
Just turn it off.
But no, because then there's more of the movie. I didn't finish.
It's really not like she gets out, boom.
Yeah, she throws a fucking thing in the alien's mouth like a badass. Where did that come from?
Lucky throw.
Why are there aliens?
Cloverfield.
Is Cloverfield an alien?
I don't know. He came from the sky in the first one.
Okay,
so maybe he's an alien.
It's not. It's a different looking alien than
it's a different aliens.
How many fucking aliens came to Earth?
There's probably a lot. Oh, I thought you were about to say in the universe.
No, but they all came to Earth?
Yeah, because they're hunting down the big Cloverfield. So they're like,
that would have been clever if they ever established it.
That maybe that's what the third one's going to be.
Well, this would be the fourth one.
Paradox doesn't end canon.
Why is that one not canon?
Because Netflix made it, and it's bad.
I guess
it's the same thing with Superman Returns. Like they just like, the first two Superman are canon.
Sure,
sure. And even those are just kind of like, I don't even know if they're canon.
They're not. It's a hodgepodge mess. I hate movies.
Stop connecting things. Just
make a fucking monster movie.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be a Cloverfield movie? Because now, if this comes out and it's good, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I saw the other two Cloverfield movies. Oh, they're not good. Fuck it," and they're not gonna see it. So you're shooting yourself in the foot by even making this a Cloverfield movie.
Speaking of monster movies, though, we didn't even talk about the Kong versus Godzilla trailer came out. Did you watch it?
I saw some of it.
Yeah.
I don't watch the trailer.
What do you think?
It looks fun.
It does. It sucks that it's not getting a theatrical release.
Man, fucking open these goddamn movie theaters. This is the movie. This is like what you go and see movies for. I'm gonna watch this on my fucking small ass TV. No, I want to see this on a big ass screen with the speakers and everything. Everybody cheering when Godzilla punches Godzilla.
Godzilla punches Godzilla?
Is that what I said?
Yes.
King Kong punches Godzilla.
He's not king.
Maybe Godzilla punches Godzilla because apparently, if you look closely in the trailer, there's Mechagodzilla.
And it's a theory going around.
He's in the fucking there's
what
shot of it.
What's your prediction for this movie?
I think King Kong's gonna win, and that's how
King Kong's gonna win.
King Kong.
Is there going to be a third outside source in this,
probably.
like Batman vs Superman?
Yes, that's every team up movie. Every time there's a versus movie, it's like, oh, we're fighting, and then there's a bigger thing that we have to team up and go fucking. They're not going to end the movie with Godzilla.
They're going to go fight Mothra
or King Kong punching each other in the face and then pissing on each other and being like, "I won, bitch," and then they're not going to end like that. There's going to be a fight. It might not even be a fucking winner. It might be a stupid stalemate. And then it's like, oh, we gotta go stop.
They've said
Mechagodzilla
in interviews and in the trailer itself, there will be a winner.
Okay, so, they said that about Batman vs Superman. They said that about Freddy versus Jason. They said that about every team up.
Then we can sue for false marketing.
We should, honestly.
But we did. The movie hasn't come out yet, so we can't yet.
I'll preemptive sue.
Do you think if King Kong does win, do you think Godzilla will actually die or no?
They're not gonna kill Godzilla.
They could do with baby Godzilla stuff. They could do that,
I guess, but. Godzilla's too iconic of a character to just kill.
There's also a theory that there's two Godzillas. There's a male,
I've heard that too.
There's a male and a female
because the sizes are different, which is a neat theory, and that might be true.
It could be true. I know you liked the part at the very end of the trailer where he's got like that axe thing.
Yeah, because that's why I think King Kong's gonna win. Because Godzilla's a dumb fucking lizard. King Kong's got brains.
They established in Skull Island that he uses weapons.
Yeah, he does.
They were building it up just a little bit.
Yeah, and I like Kong's Skull Island very much.
It's a fun movie. I think Godzilla, the first one's the better movie of the two, personally. Yeah, but screw King of Monsters. It's not.
King of Monsters is stupid. Dumb fucking
I like seeing Ghidorah and Godzilla fight, but that's barely in the movie.
It's 2 minutes.
Barely in the movie. I saw a thing. I forget what YouTuber did it, but they were like, "This is the best film of this universe." I'm like, "You don't know."
I don't know. No. There's a lot of dumb people out there.
I don't know if he's a dumb guy. Like I
probably
he has good opinions on movies, but that one I'm just like, no.
He's probably a dumb guy. He likes that movie, so he's dumb.
He says the human characters are good. I'm like, no.
What?
Yeah.
Human characters in all of these movies are stupid.
At least like Bryan Cranston's Bryan Cranston.
Bryan, you're going to tell me that name one of the characters by their characters' names in the second Godzilla movie.
I could name any of them in any of the movies. I called them by Aaron Taron Johnson and Bryan Cranston.
Quicksilver and fucking Heisenberg.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. He's fucking Heisenberg.
The one's just a generic military guy, and the other one's in the movie for 5 minutes.
It was Bryan Cranston. And he gives like the best performance in any monster movie ever.
And he dies.
Spoilers.
That movie's...
It doesn't matter.
7 years old.
Someone out there who hasn't seen it, who's now like, oh man.
If you're listening to us talk about Kong versus Godzilla and you haven't seen the first Godzilla, that's your own fault.
I mean, it is, but it's still a spoiler for that movie.
It's your own fault. Just saying.
But it looks fun. It looks way better than the original.
I haven't ever seen the original.
I own the original. We should watch it. That movie's a piece of shit.
People like that movie, though.
I don't care what people like. That movie sucks.
I'm just saying. People like it.
It's terrible. Again, Devin, people are stupid.
I'm on the boat with you, though. I think King Kong is
going to win.
In real life, Godzilla wins. But in this movie...
In real life, because Godzilla is a giant demon. Which also, what the hell
happened
to the ending of King of Monsters? Why isn't he like a big lava monster anymore?
I think that somebody tried to explain it. I don't remember exactly. But like,
tone that down?
It was just based on how much radiation he was exposed to or something. Like, I don't know.
Bunch of bullshit.
Because I think he ate a nuke or something right before that. I don't
Probably. So he has to eat nukes every time he wants to.
If he wants to like go.
That's dumb. Make him a lava monster.
Supernova or whatever.
And have King Kong punch a lava monster.
He's gonna burn his hand.
We don't know that. He took the thing off of Godzilla to make an axe. Why the hell not?
That'd be fucking badass.
He's a smart.
He's ripping off
gorilla
parts of and making armor, and then the second Godzilla comes.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
A. What if King Kong is inside Mechagodzilla?
No.
And he's just fucking. He's a big robot.
No, you're going too far.
He just punches him.
That's stupid.
Godzilla versus Godzilla.
This becomes Pacific Rim.
I would love that. I would love if the movie got that stupid and was like, "Hey, we're just going for it." Why the hell not?
I mean, they're obviously going to continue this after this.
Yeah, definitely.
So, because they're trying to make their monster universe.
Yeah.
I don't know what's after this, but
I don't know if they have like a Marvel like this is our plan for the next 10 years.
They did have a plan laid out, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't know. It was like Jet Jaguar, the movie.
Yeah. I know they're doing a King Kong movie eventually.
Oh, yeah, they're doing another one.
Because they did Kong, and they're going to do King
Kong, which is he wins. That's how he's called King Kong.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm
excited.
excited.
It looks like a fun
Comes out in a couple weeks, right after just the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. So. Speaking of fucking, I don't know if we talked about this last time. I think we did, so I might ignore it. There's a Harry Potter series coming to HBO Max.
We didn't talk about this because this is one of the things I have on.
Oh shit!
There's an HBO Max series. I have no idea. Is this actually about Harry Potter, or is this about people in the Harry Potter universe?
I have no idea. They're calling it a Harry Potter series, so I would assume it's. It'd be weird if it was about Harry and not about his son.
Could be. So is Harry not going to? Is Daniel Radcliffe not going to show up?
I'm sure he'll show up in like a little bit, just to be like, "Oh, it's Harry Potter," but I don't think it'll be about him necessarily.
I don't know.
Do we need this?
No.
Can we just have like?
We didn't need
in these fucking movies.
We didn't need the prequels, whatever they're called. I forget what they're
Fantastic
called.
Beasts.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts. If anything, they should make a last movie about that new book that they just made.
Cursed Child. I've heard that book is actually like pretty good.
Yeah. So if they're gonna do anything, I would do that. Or if this just takes place in the Harry Potter universe, that'd be cool. I'd be fine with that.
That'd be really cool. But that's what Fantastic Beasts is, and people don't like that.
No. That's a prequel. Just do it during
because
the Harry Potter
those aren't about Harry Potter. That's just movies in the world before them.
They're also bad movies. Make a good show.
I don't know. I mean, is J.K. Rowling going to be involved because she's a fucking crazy person?
Probably because I think she still owns a lot of the rights to Harry Potter, so I think they have to like a George Lucas thing. That's fun. They gotta
this will probably be terrible.
She is a crazy person.
You gotta have Harry's a transgender now.
Yeah,
and I always intended it to be that way.
Even though it's like, oh, what about this?
We made 8 films and I said nothing.
And then people are like, what about this in the book? And it says that
magic.
Quit pandering, J.K. Rowling.
She's a terrible author. That's why she's pandering to people.
Don't pander.
Just admit that you're a terrible writer.
She's not though. She's made good books. Just stop changing them.
She's a terrible writer because people are bringing up criticisms of the book, and she's going, "Oh, well, actually, this thing." It's like, just admit that that's a plot hole in the book.
Yeah,
just do that.
Just accept what you wrote and be done.
Stop trying to be a fucking perfect person because you're not.
Same thing with directors after movies come out. It's like, yes, I intended that.
No, you didn't.
But I didn't. But
Deckard's not a replicant. Fucking Ridley Scott. You jackass. All right.
Speaking of HBO Max series, though, let's talk about a little bit about the Last of Us series. We got some casting news.
Is that on HBO Max or HBO?
It's whatever. HBO Max. It'll probably be on both. They're both the same network.
One's streaming and one's an actual network.
It'll probably be on both.
I just don't want misinformation getting out there.
It's on HBO something.
Okay,
there you go. I don't know which one. One of the two. So the casting for Ellie, I don't know her name. Hold on.
I don't know. She's from Game of Thrones.
She is on Game of Thrones. I got her name on here
because I think that's probably the only thing she was in.
Bella Ramsey. That's her name.
Yeah, I don't
She's in Game of Thrones. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I don't know who she is. Everybody's pissed that it's not what's her face.
Ellen Page?
Yeah.
Or Elliot Page, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
For one, they're a boy now, so that wouldn't work. And also,
she's too old.
Too fucking old. Like 35. Ellie's supposed to be like 12 in the first game. Like it's gonna be a kid. So fuck off, everybody. All right. I don't know this girl because I didn't watch Game of Thrones. She looks really young though. She looks like she's like 9. So
right, if they're doing multiple seasons, they want to keep her at least around.
Which they might. They might. This might be like a show.
Then Joel is Pedro Pascal, which I'm perfectly fine with.
That's actually like someone that never popped into my brain when I thought of like casting for this show. But I could see it. I could see him playing the gruff old like Joel. Blah, blah, blah. I actually probably prefer this over like a Hugh Jackman or a Josh Brolin because I think both of them definitely they look the part, but they would have just done an impression of Troy Baker, what he did in the game.
Yeah,
I think Pedro Pascal is going to kind of bring his own thing.
Somebody was telling me like it was rumored Daniel Craig was going to do it at one point. I'm like, why? Why would he do that?
That could be interesting though.
He's not.
He would never in a million years touch that.
But it was a rumor floating around right before Pedro
it
came out that he was cast. So
that could be neat. But yeah,
he would never do a show though. That's just weird to me.
He wants to be in weird fucking indie movies.
He wants to be done with James Bond also.
Yeah,
which he is done. They just haven't released the last movie yet.
It just keeps getting drawn out. Can't get out.
They won't get out.
My main concern with the show has nothing to do with the casting. My main concern has to do with what the fuck the story is. Because if it's just a retelling of the first game, I'm not interested in that at all. Because I'll just play the fucking game. It could be a little side story. I don't think it'll be canon because just of who they got cast, and I think that would be a lot of pressure on the show. So it could just be its own thing. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But
honestly, they might just copy the game because
that's such a bad idea.
Here's the thing, though. For people that watch TV, older people, they don't play video games.
Sure, but 90% of the people who are going to watch this are people who have played the games.
I don't know because
if you played the games,
people said the same thing about The Walking Dead, and then people were like, "Oh, I didn't even know that was a comic. I thought that was just a show they made," and then people started watching it.
Sure, I guess, but how much of The Walking Dead is actually the comic? Like, did they just copy the comic beat for beat?
It's not beat for beat, but it's pretty. I mean, it's relatively close. Like you can follow the comic and the show, and they go on the same path.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can see that point, but
the game is too long to make into a show. Like you can't beat for beat.
No, you could turn that into a show.
You could.
It'd have to be broken up into. Like
it'd be a long show.
Episodes. 11 hours.
11 hours.
I beat the game in 11 hours. 11-hour long episodes. You can make that a show.
I mean, if anybody can do it, it's HBO. They got all the money.
Yeah, they got all the money, and it'll be R-rated.
Yeah.
And violent as fuck.
If any TV network's going to do it, it's going to be HBO.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. But yeah, I think if it is I'll check it out just to see like if it is different, like how it looks on TV versus in a game. But I don't think if it is just the game story, I don't think I'll sit and watch the whole thing because I'll be like, I already know this.
I think the only thing I want them to do is hire the people that did the makeup for The Walking Dead because the makeup for The Walking Dead is fantastic. They might get them to do like the clickers and stuff. That'd be amazing. Oh my god, that would actually, if the effects were really good, that might actually like. They'd have to do. I mean, I guess they wouldn't have to do practical because I feel like CGI would be more expensive. But for HBO, I don't know.
I could see a mix of both. I would love practical clickers. Those things would look gorgeous in a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that we get.
I don't even know if they'll. Do you think they'll even do clickers? Like they kind
of have
to. So like a main
thing. They
the
fucking better. If they don't, then why the hell are you making this? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's just a zombie thing. I really think they want this to be their new Game of Thrones. Since Game of Thrones is over. Their new big franchise.
Game of Thrones.
Well, I mean, they're also doing the Game of Thrones prequel. That's the thing that they're making.
Yeah, so like this is not Last of Us is not Game of Thrones. So if that's what they think,
but still, how big was Game of Thrones before it came out? Were people hyped about that before it came out?
Like I mean, the books were relatively like popular.
Same thing with this game, though.
But Game of Thrones was a like big fantasy epic that like everyone was like, holy shit! Like this is a TV show. Like holy fuck! Last of Us isn't that. Last of Us is like this small.
It's apocalyptic.
Like apocalyptic. It's a small story about a man and a girl traveling across. Like it's something different than Game of Thrones. It's not like this big fantasy epic that we've never seen before.
Dragons. It's not. Yeah. It's not that we've seen Lord of the Rings. Like
it's not really like. It's not the same thing. So, I mean, I can see like what you're saying, but I don't know. I think that's a little weird. And also, how are they going to handle Last of Us 2 if we ever get to that point? Are they going to do that? Are they going to change it, make it better?
I don't know.
Because that'd be fun.
Again, I don't. If they're even following the games, they may not. They may just do their own thing.
I'd be totally fine with them doing their own thing because I think that they shouldn't have continued the story of Joel and Ellie anyway in the Last of Us games.
Maybe what if it's all misdirect? Like they cast these guys and Joel and Ellie are in the show, but they're not the main characters.
Man,
it's all misdirect.
That'd be cool.
I doubt it, but
that'd be fucking cool. They wouldn't do that. They're not gonna cast Pedro Pascal who's on top of the fucking world right now.
I mean,
some guy.
It'd just be a Mandalorian thing. Like, oh yeah, you're in the show, but like barely.
I mean, but he's still like the forefront of the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
like, his face is on everything. His name's on everything. They're not gonna. Hey, you're casting this fucking Last of Us
show up in one episode.
One episode. It's like no, he's gonna be the main character. But I don't know.
He's gonna be the man.
He's gonna be Joel Miller.
Because I mean, if they do follow the game, I guess every time like they do something, it's like, oh, everybody's gonna know if you played the game. Oh, I know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, it would just take the kind of excitement out of
it. That happened with The Walking Dead. It's the same thing. But the show did change stuff from the comics. Like the Negan, have you seen the Negan thing in Walking Dead? They changed who he killed. They did kill Glenn in the comics, but they didn't kill Abraham also. Mm-hmm. So they could do stuff like that, change who dies.
They could. I'm afraid that they might try to replicate like iconic moments from the game. Like I really don't want to see the Sam and Henry moment.
Yeah,
in the TV show.
Yeah,
because it was really well done in the game, and I don't.
I like to see if they introduce them, they just stay with them.
That'd be neat.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool as fuck. I'd be fine with that.
They're gonna do the iconic.
Is Bill in the show?
He better be.
Bill was great.
He's like the best character.
Fucking A, man. Where's Bill?
Are they gonna do the iconic giraffe scene?
They're gonna have something. They're gonna have some nod to it or whatever.
Maybe what if they do 4 seasons and each season's a different, like a legit different season? You know how they did in the game, like it was like summer.
They could
do that
because they could technically because there is a lot of time in between. Even the first game, like in between the seasons, they could this show could be like filling the gaps for that stuff, or it could be in between 1 and 2.
That could be. I don't know if I'd want to see that because
it's possible.
They start out in the safe haven already. Like that's kind of boring.
I mean, that's how Last of Us 2 started.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's if they were doing it in between 1 and 2. That's what they would have to do.
Maybe the Last of Us should have just been one thing. We should have left it alone because that's this fucking story.
We'll have to see. I'm interested though.
I'm curious.
I kind of want to check it out to see where it goes and stuff like that.
I'll wait till trailer comes out before I start shit on it.
Like I said, the main thing I want to see the zombie, whatever they're called, clickers. But what are the normal ones? Are they just zombies?
The ones that aren't all like gross looking, they're runners.
Yeah. I want to see what they look like. I want to know if they're CG, practical, mix. That's the main thing. So if that looks like trash, your show's gonna be trash. Yeah, your show's gonna be garbage.
I hope that they give the show a big budget because I want.
Oh, they will. Like I said, Are
we gonna see bloaters?
That'd be a little much.
Get a big fat guy and just cover his ass in makeup.
But it's just like
get Shaq.
Shaq, that's the biggest fucking zombie in the world.
Those things are pretty big.
I guess.
Bloater.
Speaking of Shaq, we should do Steel. We can do a Steel.
We're gonna do that at some point. That's gonna be in our Superman discussion.
I need to watch Steel then.
Is that what you fucking watch Steel?
I've seen a lot of scenes, but I've never sat down and watched it.
It's the best film ever made. It's not. But yeah, I'm curious about this show.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
All right, what else you got?
Let's see. This will pique your interest. It's not really news, but I found it amusing. Sam Neill thinks Jurassic Park 3 is a pretty damn good movie up until the end.
Up until the end?
Yeah.
I wonder what happens at the end that he doesn't think it's a good movie.
He just thought the end was rushed.
It's not even out yet. They just change it.
No, Jurassic Park 3.
Oh. I thought you said Jurassic World 3.
No.
My bad. No, that movie's terrible all the way through.
According to Sam Neill, he likes it.
What even happens at the end of 3?
I don't remember. You're the Jurassic Park expert. They find the kid, and the kid's been like pissing in jars and shit. And
the Velociraptor thing, where they give him the eggs.
Yeah.
That's stupid. And then the military shows up, and they just leave.
That's what he doesn't like, I guess.
You weren't even in that movie, Jeff. Why do you care?
Sam Neill, Devin.
What, did I just completely ignore everything you said?
Not Jeff Goldblum, not Jurassic World 3. Sam Neill, Jurassic Park 3. Okay? Get your fucking people.
Got it.
Quit zoning out when I say things.
Got it. I heard Jurassic Park, and I was just like, no.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum, Jurassic World.
I was just like, no. Nah.
Fuck.
Because I thought it was more relevant news.
Why would Jeff Goldblum? Hey, yeah, Jurassic Park 3 is pretty great up until the fucking end. It's like, who gives a shit? They're not a movie.
Sam Neill says that? What the fuck, Sam? You didn't even want to be in that movie. Why do you care? Why are you saying stuff about it?
I don't fucking know.
Because he's like, I'm never coming back to Jurassic Park. I'm not doing it. And he came back because they gave him...
He's came back twice now.
Yeah, they gave him a ton of money the first time.
Yeah.
Probably did it again the second time. He's probably like, kill me so I can stop being in these movies. And the new one. Jurassic Park 3 is a bad movie.
It is a bad movie.
I'd rather watch 2, honestly.
2 is a bad movie too, but not as bad.
It's got the gymnastics girl.
That's a terrible fucking scene.
I know it is, but I'd rather watch that than... Because also it has Jeff Goldblum in it.
Sure.
I don't care about pissing in jars and Velociraptor eggs. Spinosaurus is cool, but that's it.
Mr. Noodles in it.
He dies.
And he dies.
He makes it a lot further than
he makes it. Yeah, I remember him dying pretty early, but he makes it at least like 45 minutes in before he's dead.
Yeah. Black guy doesn't die first. He dies second.
Which is fun.
Progress.
Progress. A little bit of progress.
Yeah, that's a weird thing for Sam Neill to say. Were they talking about Jurassic World?
I think somebody just asked him about probably Jurassic World, and he was like,
"How do you feel about Jurassic Park 3?" It's like, yeah, it's alright.
What did they expect him to say? Yeah, the movie sucks.
He did say
movie that I'm in, that I'm the star of. Yeah, that movie sucks.
He did say the end was bad, so he did say.
But but the rest of the movie I enjoy. Like he's not gonna come out and be like, "Oh, Jurassic Park 3 was the worst fucking thing I ever did in my career." Like he's gonna talk somewhat positive.
It's like, you remember Event Horizon? Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, shit. Fuck the director. Fuck Lawrence Fishburne. Like he would never say that. He'd be like, "Yeah, it was fun." People like Event Horizon though.
Yeah, it's kind of weird cult following.
It does.
I don't know why.
It's not terrible. It's just unfinished.
It was a weird movie.
It's very. It's fucking weird.
It was not what I was expecting when I turned it on TV.
It's. I don't know who the hell came up with that idea, and I don't know what the hell they were smoking, but I wanted some of it. Speaking of weird shit and people smoking stuff, according to Danny DeVito, Twins 2 is still happening.
Triplets?
I hope it's called Triplets. I hope it's not called Twins 2. And I hope Eddie Murphy's in it, because he was supposed to be. This is going to be the greatest sequel ever made.
It could be the worst thing ever made.
It won't.
But it could be.
It won't. Eddie Murphy, Danny DeVito, and Arnold Schwarzenegger as brothers. Fucking A. Sign me up for that shit. All right.
It could be the worst thing ever made.
It's going to be my favorite movie of all time if it happens.
If it happens, it's on the Black Adam thing. Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's in,
when I see set photos and there's boots on the ground, this will be the best thing.
It's in La La Land
because I want to see. We've never seen Eddie Murphy and fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in a movie together, and I want that to happen.
Really?
No. Why would they ever be in a movie?
I don't know. Maybe they're in like Shrek.
They were not in Shrek together.
He could have played Lord Farquaad.
That was John Lithgow. You fuck.
No, I'm saying he could have.
He could have. I am Lord Farquaad.
That would have been amazing. Why didn't they do that?
Because that sounds terrible.
Put him in Shrek 5.
No, don't put him in Shrek anything.
Put him in Shrek 5.
Don't put him in any animated movie ever. Because
Just animate Arnold in that world.
Oh. Arnold Schwarzenegger's in Shrek as Arnold.
Yeah.
I'm Arnold.
And Shrek beats him up.
Arnold is like onions. Or whatever the fuck he says. I don't know.
He said ogres are like onions.
But this is Arnold talking.
Why would he say Arnold is like onions?
Because he's a big dumb moron. I don't know. I didn't make the fucking...
He's just quoting things from Shrek?
Yeah, he saw the first Shrek.
He's self-aware?
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie. He's got to be self-aware.
There's humans in the movie.
Not Arnold, though.
He plays a guy named Arnold, but he's not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's lame. He needs to be himself.
I'm Arnold.
I'm Arnold. Put the cookie down.
He just starts saying
Arnold
quotes.
Get your ass to Mars. That's a great one. I love that one. Get to the chopper.
I don't know how we got on this topic. We're talking about twins.
Remember when I was pregnant? No one has any idea what the fuck I just referenced.
I don't. I just
go watch.
I just laughed because it was weird.
All you have to do once we finish this, when you go to bed tonight, Google Junior, the movie Junior, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you'll get that reference.
Kind of scared.
You'll get it. It's
should I be afraid?
Possibly.
I don't know. Arnold always has a weird thing in his movie.
Usually, yeah, and it's usually from him.
Yeah. Arnold is the most memed person, probably. He could be so many memes.
He is.
I know. We were talking about that earlier. We were talking about the Joker being memes and stuff.
He is.
He is a meme.
That's why we love him.
Yeah. Go Arnold. Anyways.
Speaking of Go Arnold, there is a
sequel to Hey Arnold. Go Arnold.
No, that's terrible. There is a remake of Wizard of Oz coming from the director of Watchmen, not Zack Snyder, The Watchmen show.
A sequel to The Wizard of Oz?
No, a remake.
A remake?
Listen to what I'm saying, you fuck.
I'm sorry, I just don't want to listen to you today.
That makes sense.
I was like, what about the Oz is Great and Powerful or whatever? It's a prequel or whatever.
That's a prequel, and no one liked it.
You're gonna why? Why?
To be fair,
that movie
Wizard of Oz
a remake though
is technically a remake already.
Sure.
To be fair,
but
even though it's based on a book, but there were Wizard of Oz movies.
The remake in the 50s or whatever, 50s, 60s, whatever.
That was like in the 30s,
whenever it came out. That is a classic.
It is
nowadays. You don't do that. You don't remake that because what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make it black and white again?
Hell no. Maybe the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you gonna make that
the first 5 minutes and then it's color because no one likes black and white movies?
That's weird.
That's what they did in Oz the Great and Powerful. It started off in that.
Didn't it? I didn't watch
that weird sepia tone, and then once he got to Oz, it was all colorful and shit.
I don't want this.
Nobody wants this. Nobody gives a shit. And also, Watchmen was bad. So
I don't want anything to do with this. I'm a fan of The Wizard of Oz.
The original is great.
It's a fantastic movie.
It's so good. Is it going to be a musical? This new one?
I would assume so.
I hope it is. Oz the Great and Powerful wasn't a fucking musical. I don't remember it. If it was, I don't think it was.
I didn't watch it. So.
I don't remember it. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm not watching it.
I'm not supporting this.
I'm not. I didn't even learn about it until just now, and I'm pissed.
That's completely fair. Speaking of...
Whoever greenlit that should be fired. Anyways.
Whoever owns that, I think that's Lionsgate or something.
I feel like that's free reign or whatever.
Well, I don't know who's making this movie.
Oh.
Speaking of free reign and weirdness, the
segues are
Eternals director, Chloe Zhao, whatever her Asian name is directing a new sci-fi Western Dracula movie for Universal.
Sci-fi Western Dracula movie?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds amazing.
It sounds fucking awesome. I don't know if this is going to be a part of the Dark Universe.
I don't know. I don't think Dark Universe exists. I don't think it. Maybe the Invisible Man is.
People like the Invisible Man. Why not just start it with that?
But then it's is the Mummy?
No, it's not
connected. What?
Don't
just don't do it.
Don't
do it.
Reboot it.
I like the Invisible Man. It's good.
I didn't.
If this is a Western,
a sci-fi Western,
which
I don't know what the hell that means.
But that negates.
It kind of does a little bit. It's going to be old timey, but kind of new.
It's a Western in the future.
What the fuck does that mean?
With Dracula.
I mean, I guess I could see that a little bit. With Dracula, though, that's weird.
Right. I don't know. This sounds cool. I need
more
more to understand more, but like it seems neat.
It's a neat premise
because if you just redo
Dracula.
the classic Dracula, nobody would give a shit
because they've done it.
Yeah, so you got to put some sort of spin.
We got to make him a badass fucking space cowboy.
Don't make him a space cowboy. He's a vampire. We got to make
him a cyborg. We got to make him like RoboCop.
And you're connected to Twilight.
Twilight.
Yeah, there's vampires in that, right?
In Twilight, yes. What is that? Just because he's a vampire?
Yeah.
There's no cyborgs in Twilight.
They could. That'd make Twilight 10 times better.
No.
A crappy CGI baby.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Terrible.
Creepy as shit.
Fucking terrible. We should watch the Twilight movies at some point and talk about those.
God, no. No, we still haven't even done Harry Potter.
We haven't. We'll get to it.
We got a big list of things. We got Breaking Bad that
we're slacking.
Put a trailer out for that we never filmed yet.
We're slacking.
Slacking.
We'll get to it, all right?
Eventually. We're talking about sci-fi Dracula?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And it's a movie directed by a woman, so it's even more interesting.
She's got a good track.
I've heard her last couple of movies have been like fucking great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them and I don't know what they are.
First, I haven't seen them either. The first one I'm probably gonna see is Eternals whenever that comes out.
I want to watch them before Eternals just to kind of like.
But everybody that talks about her says she does a good job in most of her movies.
Yeah, so.
And she likes she does like the medieval stuff because the Eternal stuff is a lot of medieval stuff.
I'm pretty sure set in medieval times.
I mean,
she fucked up.
Dracula kind of is all a character that is medieval,
but this is a sci-fi.
I know, but he is a character that is in medieval times.
Sure, but it said it.
Maybe it's time travel.
He gets sucked into the future.
Yeah, maybe that'd be strange.
And it's a desert wasteland, and it's a buddy comedy.
Connected to the Invisible Man. If it's good.
Fucking amen.
Do it.
I mean, sure, why not?
Make every studio needs their universe. Let Universal
will be the second Dark Universe.
Universal has the King Kong Godzilla universe, right? That's theirs. I don't know who owns that.
I don't think that's Universal. I think that's like Paramount or some shit. No, that's Warner Brothers.
Is it?
I think so.
No. There you go. Everybody has their own. Disney,
like
Warner Brothers, Universal. Sony doesn't need one. Fuck them.
No. They think they need one, but they don't.
They're trying to make the Spider-Verse.
They're trying to have one.
Been doing that for 10 years. But
yeah, and they're still trying.
Yeah.
Speaking of, hold on, I think yes, okay. Speaking of still trying, this was big news in the Star Wars community.
Oh, was it?
This last week. Gina Carano has been fired.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought it was going to be related to a movie or something.
No. Gina Carano has been fired from Lucasfilm and will not appear in Mandalorian Season 3 or any of the other Star Wars shows or movies.
Okay. Her story was
making a big
kind
about it.
Done anyways.
Well, I think she was supposed to be in one of the new spinoff shows. I think she was supposed to be like a main character.
Who cares? She's not important.
So, I mean, I don't care from like a character perspective because I don't give a shit about the character. I think it's kind of bullshit that she got fired over some tweets that she was saying. I don't necessarily agree with the tweets fully, but I just think it's kind of bullshit that's the reason. Like, she didn't. It's not like she's punching babies in the face. Like, she said something on Twitter that people didn't like.
She's not James Gunn. She ain't getting her job back.
Like, no, not at all. Disney does not give a fuck.
People are debating if they should put Amy Schumer in for replacement.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a thing.
What? No, no. And I'm saying this as someone who doesn't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. No, that is a terrible idea. Do not do that.
People are doing that. It's their fan
I know Amy
cast.
Schumer's trying to like make a comeback. No, keep her in the ground.
Keep her out.
Career fucking dead.
Keep her out of the business.
Yes, she's not funny. She's not an actress. No, that's weird.
Yeah, that'd be very like.
Imagine Amy Schumer in The Mandalorian. Like, oh, my vagina smells. Like, cool.
Yeah, I could not picture her just showing up in that show. I'd be like, what the fuck? What is this?
If she showed up in Mandalorian or any of the other Star Wars shows, that's what people are going to stop watching. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm not even watching this.
Yeah, it'd be really weird.
Yeah, and it'd be bad.
I don't know why people are wanting it. I've seen like people are like, oh, fan cast for I don't know that character's name.
Cara Dune.
Yeah, and Amy Schumer.
Because there's only like 2 women working in Hollywood, and it's the only woman that they can think of.
Anybody
There's
else.
no other actresses in Hollywood.
Find a no name. If you're gonna recast her, just don't put her in anything. She doesn't. Her character is not like relevant. Just don't put her in other stuff. Do a time jump for Mandalorian season 3, and then don't put her on the spinoff show.
But you have to explain where she went.
You don't have to explain
because then people will be like, "What happened to Cara Dune?"
She died. She had cancer. I don't know.
Space cancer?
Yeah. She had a worm eat her brain. I don't know.
Oh my god. One of those big Star Wars
worms?
Yeah. Tremors worms?
One of them crawled in her ear.
Yeah. A baby.
Tremors and Star Wars are connected. You didn't know that?
I knew that from the first episode. Yeah. But, I mean, I think it's bullshit for people who are, like, against her being fired that they're probably still going to watch The Mandalorian. I think if you don't support her being fired, you shouldn't be watching Star Wars. As just support for her. Like,
sure.
But I know a lot of people are just like, oh, it's Star Wars, I got to watch it. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you're in that mindset, none of this matters because you're still going to watch it. So Disney they're not going to give a fuck. It's not like with James Gunn, where Disney fired James Gunn and everyone was like, yeah, we probably shouldn't see Guardians 3. And Disney was like, oh, fuck. Maybe we should bring it back.
Again, that's what I said earlier. She's not James Gunn.
She's not.
She doesn't have that kind of pull.
No.
At all. So
no. She's a former MMA wrestler.
Right.
Like, she's not that big.
Yeah.
And what was hilarious was that she, like, immediately got a new job, like, after that.
Yeah, I saw that.
A new talent. I was like, that's kind of ballsy. That's fun. I like that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I understand why Disney did it. It's stupid why they did it.
I kind of get it. Sort of. But at the same time, it's like Bill Burr's still employed. And the shit Bill Burr's physically said on stage and in interviews and stuff. Like, he's body shamed people. He's called people retards, like, live on stage. Like, he's done so many, like, weird shit where I'm like, how is he still employed? But she gets
I don't know, probably
because of tweets.
Probably because people aren't talking about that. People were talking about her, so they're like, we got to do something about it. And same thing that happened with James Gunn. Nobody was talking about those tweets until, like, somebody pulled them up, and they're like, "Oh, James Gunn's a bad person," and Disney's like, we gotta fire him.
I hate people.
Stop bringing up shit in the past. Who cares?
I hate people just in general.
Why are you so bored that you're looking through tweets from 10 years ago?
Because of COVID, nothing's going on.
Why are tweets should get deleted after 5 years or something? Like, why are they still around?
They should, honestly. I don't know why you've had it for 10 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I think it's weird that Disney, like, they're just refusing to, like, progress as a company. And it's like, some people are going to have different political views. Chris Evans on Twitter all the time is spewing his fucking political views out there.
He hates Trump.
If I was the boss of Disney, I have different political views than he does. I wouldn't go, all right, you're fired, get out. I'd just be like, all right, cool.
Again, it's Chris Evans, though. Has way more pull than Gina Carano.
But that's hypocritical, though. Just because he's a bigger star doesn't mean shit. If you're going to fire her,
it does in terms of.
Well, in terms of business stuff.
Yeah,
but
in terms of business.
In terms of everything else. If you're going to fire her over her political beliefs that don't necessarily align with everyone else, neither does Chris Evans, neither does Chris Pratt's. They're still employed.
They got bigger pull. They make more money.
I'm sure they do. But it's hypocritical. Fuck Disney. Don't come shoot.
I don't know how much she was throwing it down people's throats either. I know Chris Evans.
Well, I mean, it was a series. Like, it wasn't just this one tweet. She's been saying some really,
like I know Chris Evans and Chris Pratt, they say stuff like that, but they don't, like, shove it down, like, people's throats. Like, you gotta believe this.
She wasn't doing that. And even if she was doing that, get the fuck off of Twitter. Like, she's not forcing you to read her tweets. Unfollow her, block her. Like, there's ways around this, guys. Like, come on.
I don't know. I think people should be able to say certain things.
They should be able to say whatever the fuck they want. If I want to go on Twitter, or even better, if fucking Chris Hemsworth wants to go on Twitter and just be like, yo, all midgets suck, he should be allowed to say that and not get fired. But I guarantee you, if he came out tomorrow and did that, he'd be fired immediately.
Probably.
And that's a bunch of bullshit.
That's the world we live in.
That sucks. I hate all you people. Speaking of, let's see, that's all the Marvel news, or the Star Wars news I have. I'm out of it today. It's time for Marvel news.
I don't have shit.
You don't have any Marvel news?
We can talk about WandaVision. We do.
Fuck, we completely just brushed over that.
It popped in my head just now.
We need to do the MC review. Let's talk about
MC review.
The
Two
last
episodes.
3 episodes. We didn't talk about episode 4. So we got 3.
I think
4, 5, 6. We
We
talked about 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
We didn't do 4, 5, 6.
All right. What happens now?
Episode 4.
Episode 4. That was all the sword stuff. That was a sword episode, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Not a lot happened. It was just confirming a lot of stuff.
It pretty much just confirmed a lot of what we already kind of
like suspected.
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau is a sword agent, and her mom died during the blip, or whatever it's called. And she came back. She died in the blip, and then she came back. And she was like freaking out at the beginning of the episode.
Where's my mom?
I think that beginning of that, spoilers also, these are all going to be spoilers for all these episodes. We're talking about
this fucking show. Watch the show.
I thought her coming back to life was a cool scene.
That was a cool moment.
Yeah, I like that scene. And I like how people just popping up in the hospital and stuff. That's cool. And we get some more like Jimmy Woo stuff.
Jimmy Woo, he comes back, he does a little card thing.
His little card trick.
Great callback.
Great callback. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Then does Kat Dennings show up in this episode also? Yeah, her character returns after 10 years.
Yeah, that character that everyone loved.
I'm sure half the fan base
everyone apparently loves now, but in the last 2 Thor movies, everyone had a problem with. Everyone's just trying to rewrite.
She's fine now. I know you don't like her.
She's just as annoying as she was.
No, she is a lot less annoying.
She's toned down a little bit, but she's still making stupid.
She's a normal person in these.
she's still irritating.
I think she's fine.
She's just there being like, "Oh, I'm quirky." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Shut up."
I don't know the one actor's name, but he's the head sword agent guy.
Hayward.
There's actor.
That's the character's name. I don't know the actor.
The Hayward. He's kind of like the villain of the real world. He's as of right now.
The writing with this character is what's confusing me because they're writing him so generic that he's like, I'm the bad guy and I'm a dickhead. Like that, I think it might be a misdirect in some way.
It might be
that he's so cliche and over the top bad guy that he probably will turn out to be like a hero of the whole thing. Or
secretly, it's Jimmy Woo.
Secretly, it's fuck. He pulls his mask off like Mission Impossible. I'm Jimmy Woo, bitch. Which I hope that's the case. Otherwise, he's just a generic dickhead.
He might be. He might not be important, and that's why he's a generic dickhead.
I mean, I guess.
But we did learn a little bit that Wanda, I'm going to assume right after Tony's funeral is when she went and did this. She broke into Sword's laboratory and took Vision's body back from Sword. Mm-hmm. Because somebody pointed out, she's wearing the same exact outfit she did at the end of Endgame. So I'm like, I guess she just left Tony's funeral and was like, I'm going to go get Vision.
Yeah.
Because this show apparently takes place like a week.
Yeah, it's not very long after. Yeah.
So yeah, they were like dissecting Vision. He was like in pieces.
I think they were trying to like turn him into weapons or something.
Probably, or like take his vibranium, whatever. Probably. I don't. We don't 100% know what's going on.
They were doing something. It's not.
But yeah, they were just kind of. We learned all that stuff, and then at the end of the episode, they sent a drone into the Hex, which if people don't know, that's the little Westview,
the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble they're in. Just a drone in, and they're going to shoot Wanda,
which is. Like, come on, man. Like, we're going to fire a missile at someone who's creating this giant bubble that's hypnotizing people. Like, clearly that's not going to do shit.
Right. And
what kind of a moron?
It pisses her off.
Yeah, she comes out.
She walks out like a badass.
Badass motherfucker. And I think this is in the next episode, so I think we're kind of skipping over stuff.
No, the end of episode 4 was her coming out of the Hex and throwing... Yeah, because it ends with her... pointing the guns at...
No, because the end of episode 4 was when we saw Monica get blasted out again.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
we're merging stuff, but who gives a shit?
It's all
the same.
The show's kind of... The episodes are merging together at this point.
But she comes out like a fucking badass.
Yeah.
And it's just like, is this your shit? Don't do it again. Or I'll fuck you up.
She controls all the soldiers' minds and points their gun at the guy.
Fucking hey, man. That would have been awesome if he just died right there. Yeah. I would have been like, this is my favorite show ever.
Wanda's scary.
Wanda's terrifying.
And then, so that's all the stuff happening outside. On the inside of Westview, we got the kids. That was the first. That was like the big thing. We get Speed and Wiccan, Billy and Tommy. Tommy. They're like babies in episode 4, right? Mm-hmm. I think. No,
episode 4.
They're being born,
and
in episode 4.
Episode 5, they're like little.
Episode 4, they're being born, and Monica Rambeau is like helping deliver the baby or whatever. And Monica, after they're born, Monica's like, "Oh yeah, you had a twin, right? Because they're twins." And she's like, "Yeah, his name was Pietro." And she's like, "He was killed by Ultron."
She's like, "How the fuck you know that?"
And that like snaps for Wanda, and she just obliterates her outside of the Hex. She's like, "You're gone. You're done.
Fuck out of here.
I'm out of here. Vision's kind of having like an existential crisis inside of Westview.
Vision's like figuring out, like,
slowly.
something weird going on here.
Because for some reason, I guess she can't control Vision. She has to manipulate him into doing stuff. And he's kind of like figuring shit out. He's like, what is weird stuff? Weird stuff's going on. Also, Agnes knows more than she's implying.
Agnes is important
somehow. She's in a lot of episodes, and she does important things in the episodes and stuff. So yeah, she's up to something. I don't know what it is. I don't know who the villain is. Honestly,
I hope it's not an outside force like everyone says it is. I hope it's not Mephisto, because I feel like you're gonna introduce a villain like Mephisto just at the end of the show. Like, Mephisto's a villain that like he could be like the next Thanos or something, where like he needs to be built up over time. Because if like someone who's not familiar with the comics, if you just show that reveal, they're gonna be like, all right, who? That's not gonna be a big thing to them. So it has to be somebody that we've already seen.
That, or I've seen theories that it could be Nightmare, which is
it's the same thing.
But Nightmare is gonna be the villain in Doctor Strange 2. So
yeah, but it again, that'd be kind of weird. Just I'm this
There's
guy.
also 3 episodes left. If they introduce him now and do the last 3 episodes,
true,
they could do that.
And I've heard the last 3 episodes are each gonna be an hour.
Yeah,
it's fun.
We're getting an hour episodes for the last 3.
That's gonna be insane.
That was mostly episode 4 stuff. Episode 5 is when the kids are like growing up and they did a Modern Family.
No, that was Family Ties.
Family Ties. Yes, Family Ties.
And it was kind of a mix of the 80s and 90s a little bit. They kind of just merged both of them,
which is strange because
weird.
90s is like peak.
Yeah,
peak sitcom.
No Friends, no Seinfeld. What the fuck, man?
Like it was. I
don't know. Cheers, which I think Cheers is in the 90s.
Maybe I don't know. I don't fucking know my eras. But yeah, they did that. I'm trying to think what
Vision and Wanda get in a fight.
Oh yeah,
they start yelling
at each other because,
which was awesome.
Because like Wanda starts to like cut him off by rolling the credits.
He starts like she says something. He's like, wait a minute, how come this shit's going on? She's just like, nope. And then like the credits start rolling. He's like, don't fucking like, no, we're not done here. And they're just yelling at each other while the credits roll. And then they walk out into the living room and they literally like they're about to fucking throw hands at each other. They both like fly up and like Vision's screaming at her like, what the fuck is going on? I don't remember anything before Westview. Why are there no kids? What the hell is this? Like he's aware to some extent of what's going on.
Yeah.
He knows that like I don't know what exactly is happening, but something's happening, and I want
something's amiss here.
It was awesome.
That
scene was great.
It was really good. We've never seen them fight like that before, so that's really good. At the beginning of this episode, though, they get a dog. I don't know if you remember that.
They do, yeah.
A Sparky.
Sparky, which is a reference to the
yes, because they had a robot dog named Sparky.
Robo dog.
This dog may be suicidal or trying to kill itself. I don't know if
I think Agnes killed the dog.
No, but remember at the beginning of the episode, he tried to lick an outlet.
Shit.
You remember that?
I don't remember that.
He did. That's why they call him Sparky, because he.
Oh yeah.
He licked an outlet, and then later on in the episode, he eats poison leaves or whatever.
He might sense that, hey, I'm stuck. I'm just gonna fucking.
Well, it could be Wanda's manipulating the dog too, and the dog's like has a little bit more self-control.
I like to imagine that dog is like scorpions. When you trap them, they just sting themselves in the back. That dog's just, hey, fuck this, I'm out. I'm gonna kill myself. I ain't staying here.
Some people are also theorized that Agnes did kill the dog
I have a feeling.
To see if Wanda could resurrect it. Because
I have a feeling that's what it was.
Agnes kind of knows that she resurrected Vision, and she's like, can she do it with an actual living thing?
Yeah, because the kids bring up something. They were like, "Oh, you can fix this stuff, right?" And then Agnes goes, "You can do that?"
Yeah.
Like she's like, so I think Agnes is important. I think she might be a villain. I don't know if she's necessarily Mephisto or something, but I think she's somebody. She
knows more than she's implying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids grow up in this episode.
Yeah, they age themselves up.
Every time they get
which is a little weird.
Yeah,
they can do that.
I don't know. That's not explained yet as to what's going on. We get some more like talking about Wanda's brother in this episode too. She's like, "Oh yeah, I miss my brother," and there's kind of like a pause, and then like there's nothing happens, and I'm just like, "Well, what was that?" We'll get to that a little bit later because it happens at the end of the episode. Vision goes to work in this episode and meets. He doesn't meet. He talks to whatever that guy's name is.
His name's like Daryl.
Daryl or whatever.
Daryl the Indian.
Yeah, and he can actually. I don't know how he can suck people out of the mind control stuff.
Magic.
I guess Vision's not magic though, so I don't know.
It's magic now. I don't know.
That dude starts freaking out.
He's like, I need to call my sisters. There's some shit going on. We're being held captive.
His name's Norm. I just remembered. His name's
Norm. Yeah, it is. Yeah. He's like, what's going on? Where's my fucking phone? And Vision's like, what the fuck is this? And he snaps him back into it. He's like, I don't want to do with any of that. I don't know what the hell's going on.
And then Norm just goes back to like, oh, thanks.
It was real creepy.
Yeah, it's this whole show has got some creepy vibes to it. All with the happy-go-lucky stuff that's going on. It's got creepy vibes to it.
Especially in the next episode, which we'll talk about.
Yeah. Also, was the Vision scare thing, was that in the last 3 episodes? I can't remember.
That was episode 4.
Episode 4, yes. There was a point where Wanda looks at Vision and he's got his head ripped off, or not his head ripped off, his forehead ripped out. It looks like at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
it's terrifying.
Is Vision's dead body in?
I think she took the parts and she's just manipulating them to be.
Because
we see later that he can't get out of the hex on his own.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'll just break down into this thing. Unless that's her keeping him in.
It could be.
Just like, you ain't fucking leaving me, bitch.
It's possible.
We don't know.
We don't have all the answers yet.
Not yet.
But we're getting there. What else happens in episode 5 besides the end? Is there anything else important?
That was pretty much it.
At the very end, there's a knock on the door because that's after Vision and Wanda are yelling at each other, and there's a knock on the door, and Vision's like gives her a look, and she's like, "That wasn't me. I didn't do that shit. I didn't do that." And Wanda opens the door, and
it's the back of somebody's head, and he's got like a reverse frosted tips thing.
Yeah,
where the bottom of his hair is black, but the rest of it's silver, and it's like, oh shit, it's Quicksilver. But then it pans around to his face, and you're like, oh wait, that's a different Quicksilver.
It's Evan Peters.
Evan fucking Peters.
For people who don't know, he's the Quicksilver in the X-Men universe.
Yes.
We don't know if it's the same Quicksilver.
There was, and people were talking about this right after the episode, in the audio description version of the show, the person who's describing like what's going on, the voice, says Wanda sees the version of Pietro from the X-Men universe.
Oh.
I don't know if that's...
That might just be...
That could just be her trying to like describe, like that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's 100% official. Because they haven't revealed.
I'm hoping that it is.
I hope if... They didn't just cast Evan Peters to cast Evan Peters.
Right.
He's clearly somebody important. They wouldn't throw that in and be like, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah. And they've also brought a lot of attention to it in the show.
Every episode since then, which has just been one, but they've been like, why does he look different? Like,
well, they mentioned it as soon as he was shown on screen.
Yeah, they were like, oh, okay, like they recast him. That's like, so he's gonna be somebody.
Yeah, it's gonna be something important.
I hope they commit that it's that quick.
And it was also established in, I think it was episode 4. Wanda can't create things in this little bubble. She can manipulate things, but she cannot create things. Because when people go into the bubble, their clothes change or whatever, but they don't just come out of thin air. So she can't create Evan Peters. He had to have come from somewhere.
She couldn't have gotten. It's not like she got Peters' corpse,
right?
Because it wasn't in the vicinity.
His corpse is probably gone.
She doesn't recognize it. She doesn't open the door and go, "Oh, Pietro." She opens the door. He says, "Hey, can long lost bro get a big hug?" And then she's like, "Pietro?" Like she doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't recognize him.
So she's not aware. Like she's like, "Who is this?" And she just kind of like she accepts him as his brother because he says it. But
yeah,
so it's like she had nothing to do with that. I don't think, or if she did, it wasn't intentional.
I mean, there's a lot of theories going around on who Evan Peters is. He's
everyone that's ever been in a comic book ever.
He's Mephisto.
He's just everyone. I know these people. He's everyone.
He's X-Men Quicksilver. Yeah. He's he's been brought in from Wanda on accident. There's a theory that Doctor Strange brought him in, and
I subscribe to that theory.
You think that's the theory? That Doctor Strange pulled him from a different universe, and you're my in guy. Go tell me what's going on.
That would make a lot of sense if Doctor Strange is kind of monitoring all this shit and trying to figure out some kind of way to like, fuck, how am I going to stop this? I can't just go in and be like, yo, Wanda, stop. I gotta see what's if she's doing this before I just go in and start berating her.
Yeah. And then episode 6, which is the newest episode that came out a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. It was the Halloween episode, which it was a pretty good episode in my opinion. It might be the best episode of the show so far. We did a Malcolm Middle.
Fucking A, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I did not expect that. It was awesome.
It was really good. They did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Too. Perfect setup. And then it's kind of like we see the dumb costumes, which are great. So good.
So good.
We get the dumb Quicksilver.
And I'm glad they
Scarlet
make
Witch
fun
and
of
Vision.
all of them.
Yeah.
They're all retarded.
Vision's a Mexican wrestler.
Which is stupid. For one, Mexican wrestlers don't dress that way. But it's just fun that they had a reference to like the fact that Vision's comic costume is retarded.
It's stupid, but
it's so stupid.
I mean, they made the live action one look decent.
They made it modern. They made it look good.
Scarlet Witch is a Sokovian
fortune teller.
Yeah. They never said what Quicksilver is. He's just a guy.
Yeah, he just shows that he's like, I got this dumb blue fucking thing. My hair is up.
I guess. I don't know.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
But Evan Peters in this episode, he knows a lot.
He knows way more than he should.
And it's to the point where it's like, okay, Wanda obviously isn't controlling him like she is everybody else.
Yeah, he literally, there's a scene where they're sitting down and he just goes, so how you doing all this?
Yeah.
Like, this is great.
What happened to your accent?
What happened to your accent? Like he's just self-aware about everything.
Yeah.
But he also has the memories of the Avengers Pietro.
Yeah. So
which is weird.
Is Wanda giving him the memories? Is Doctor Strange whispering in his ear? Like, oh yeah, this happened. I don't know. I'm on the boat of it's Doctor Strange.
I like to think that it's Doctor Strange. Because I don't think if it's Mephisto, because people are saying, oh, it's Mephisto trying to trick her. Why the fuck would Mephisto manifest the wrong Quicksilver to fuck with Scarlet Witch? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. He would just bring back Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver.
Also, how would he know so much about that Quicksilver? Enough to trick Wanda type thing.
Well, I mean, he's the devil. I'm sure he's been like, he knows some shit. But like, it wouldn't make any sense to make him look that way anyway.
Yeah.
And if it was like Nightmare, like actually in there, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Why? For one, how the fuck would he know who Pietro was? Why is he the wrong Pietro? Like the fact that he's not Aaron Taylor Johnson's Pietro makes me think that this isn't. It's not
because they could have probably easily brought. They could have easily brought Aaron Taylor Johnson back. If they wanted.
I don't think it's an imposter in that sense. It might be someone working with Doctor Strange, but it's not like a villain. I don't think.
I still think he is a different universe Pietro. I don't know if he's X-Men universe.
I hope they commit to that.
And I think it's Doctor Strange doing something.
It probably is.
That's my theory. Vision is definitely on like the awareness right in this episode.
Yeah, the moment the episode starts, Wanda's like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna go trick or treat." And he's like, "No, I got some shit I gotta do with the neighborhood watch."
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, "Oh,
he plays it off well though.
Yeah,
like it's believable."
Yeah.
But he's like, I gotta go check some stuff out. Don't worry about it. I'll be back later. Yeah. And he kind of ventures to like the outer rim of the hex, and it turns out the people on the outer rim, it's kind of messed up.
It's terrifying. That one lady who's like putting the thing up and it's like glitching, and then you just see like one single tear. I'm like, fuck, man.
So Wanda has it to where the further away you are from her,
you're just not.
You're not needed. You're an extra. You don't need to do anything, so you're gonna stand and wait for your cue.
Yeah. So
Vision's just walking around, and all these people are just frozen in time, and it's just like that's terrifying.
It's so scary.
I mean, it makes sense. It probably like hurts her powers going out that far. Yeah. So
it's the fucked up.
It is. It's really messed up. And then Vision kind of just like floats up in the air, and he sees a car.
Yeah, he's looking for Agnes.
I don't know if he was looking for Agnes specifically, but he saw a car in the distance, and Agnes is in the car, and it's suspicious. Agnes is not frozen like everybody else. She's kind of frozen, but not really.
She's kind of frozen, but she's talking, but she seems like she's under some kind of control.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because she's a main character in the show.
It could be that. She has more free will type thing.
Because I don't think she is... I think she's an important part of the series. I don't think she's the witch character that everyone thinks she is. One, because in this episode, she was literally dressed up like a witch. She had a witch laugh. And that's too on the nose. That's way too like, hey, she's the fucking witch. I don't think Marvel's that stupid to just be like, oh yeah, she's this witch character that everyone thinks she is. I think that's a misdirect.
Maybe it's so on the nose that people are like, oh, that can be her, and it is.
I mean, possibly. I think that's a big misdirect.
I don't know. I have no idea who she is.
I don't either.
But she has some control inside of this.
She has a little bit.
Bubble.
We've seen from previous episodes that she has some sort of self-awareness.
Yeah, and she thinks she's dead when Vision like unties her from Wanda's control.
Am I dead? Why would you think that? Because you are.
Yeah. Vision still has no idea who he is outside of the bubble.
Yeah.
So, because he doesn't know what an Avenger is. He doesn't know like anything that's going on.
He's like, where are the Avengers?
Yeah. And he puts her back in. He's like, all right, yeah, I got my information. Go ahead. And then he travels towards like the rim of the bubble. And it gets like kind of dark. He tries to like leave.
Oh, this scene was so good, man.
Dude, it was so good.
The scene was so fucking good.
He tries to leave the hex, and as he does, he's basically getting like ripped apart as he's leaving the hex. And it's so sad because even as he's dying, he's like, help the people inside.
Yeah, I listened to Kevin Smith talk about it on Fat Man Beyond, and he was saying that like that moment really like got him because it's like that's a superhero thing to do.
Right, he's dying.
Fuck me, go help these people. What are you doing? Like, there's people in here, they're stuck, and it was so good. It was great, and it was great to see Vision like actually be like a superhero.
Right,
like that one moment, he didn't even do anything. But just like him by his actions, he's like he cares about these people.
He's willing to die to tell.
Yeah,
there's people stuck.
Like that's awesome. That's more heroic than most of the things that the Avengers do in some of the movies.
Yeah,
like that, and that's so cool that they were able to have this awesome fucking. And it's a character thing. It's not a big Vision didn't like punch through the fucking thing and then like an explosion happening. He walks out. He's like fucking let's go in and invade this fucking place and then laser everything. He came out of the thing and was like, I'm dying, help these people.
Screw me.
Yeah, fuck me. I don't care. I'm a robot man. I'll be rebuilt in a couple years anyway. Who gives a shit?
These people are
being
suffering.
Tortured.
We're suffering in there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And the military people just watch him.
Yeah, which is a little fucked up.
It's a little weird.
You're basically watching a man getting ripped in half.
Yeah.
And you're just doing nothing about it.
And not Speed, Wiccan starts to like hear him like dying, and he goes and tells Wanda. Wanda just goes into Ultra Beast mode. Yeah, she blasts Quicksilver first because
he's like, oh, what your dead husband can't die again. Or
yeah,
she's like, fuck you.
Blasts him, and she just stops everything.
Yeah,
she's like,
she just freezes everything.
Putting on pause, and she just starts expanding the hex, which is nuts because she just starts engulfing a ton of people that are around the hex. And she turns the sword people into clowns, which is hilarious because she's like, they're a bunch of clowns. And that's basically where the episode ends.
How do you feel about the commercial?
Yeah, that commercial was so dark.
I've heard John Campea and Kevin Smith talk about this, and I kind of like their theories about it.
Mm-hmm.
Where they say that when the shark comes up and like gives the little kid the food, the line he says, I feed on yo magic. They think that line means that someone is either using Wanda for her power or they promise Wanda something and like they can let her use this power. And then it kind of like went out of hand a little bit, but they're kind of using that to like feed off of that energy a little bit. And that kind of makes sense. I could see that. And that would also imply when that little boy like turned into a skeleton, maybe this is like draining her a little bit. Maybe this is killing her and she doesn't know that. Like that's possible.
It's a good theory. I haven't heard that one before. So
I've been hearing a lot of stuff because no one knows what the fuck that is.
Nobody knows what that was
so weird.
The weirdest and darkest of all.
That felt like an Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Like thing where it just comes in and you're like, what the fuck was that?
It was really strange.
Yeah, it was odd.
And then the theory I told you yesterday was it's about Vision. Like he can't live without the magic.
I've heard it's about Vision. I've heard it's about them growing up in Sokovia, how there was like a war going on. Yeah. They didn't have food. Like there's so many different things that have.
There's a lot of things. Also, there was a fun Kick-Ass reference I forgot to mention.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
And then somebody else pointed this out. I didn't notice this watching the episode or anybody's talking about it really. Apparently, every time the camera points to Wanda during the Halloween episode, there's a guy dressed up as Grim Reaper staring at her.
I saw that. I don't know if it was every time, but
there was like multiple scenes.
That shot.
Multiple scenes where it happened.
And that was very because John Campea pointed it out, and I was like,
I never noticed that. Somebody else pointed
it out. That's interesting. That's a nice little thing that I don't know. I don't know if that was intentional.
I have no idea.
Creepy as fuck.
It is creepy. It reminds me a lot of Halloween. Him, the guy just in the background.
Yeah, it's very creepy.
Yeah, this episode was really good, and it's full of small little Easter eggs and character moments and stuff. It's a good episode.
That's great.
Good episode. I'm excited for the next 3 episodes. I was mad when it ended. I was like, I
was like, fucking hey, man.
I need more.
I'm invested.
Right.
I want to see more. Now we're gonna wait a week.
Yeah, that's basically the recap. I'm enjoying the show so far, though.
I am too, and I'm worried that this show might not have a satisfying ending.
I don't know. I have faith in whatever.
I hope it does because I am really enjoying the show, and I think this is the best MCU thing I've seen in a long time. And I hope it doesn't just have a shit ending. I really hope that they're able to just nail it and be like, fucking A.
I legit have. They could do so many different things.
I want Kevin Feige at the end to just pull his dick out and slap it on the table and just be like, "We did it, bitch." or Marvel.
It's obviously going to set up for something.
Well, yeah, it's setting up for like Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2
Yeah.
and stuff, but it needs to have its own little ending. You can't just
Don't end it on a cliffhanger.
You can't just end. Oh, that's it. Go watch Doctor Strange.
Yeah, don't do
3
that.
when it comes.
It needs some. It needs some sort of conclusion.
Yeah, it needs some.
With also maybe a little setup. That's what it needs.
Do an after credit scene if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Don't have that be the main ending. Do an after credit scene.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do if you're setting up something else.
Which Marvel has a good track record of having a decent conclusion with setting up. Also, I have faith. We'll see how it goes.
I have faith in them.
See how it goes. We'll see. Who knows? The next episode of the podcast might be us recapping the whole show.
The next episode might just be Kevin Feige coming on screen and be like, "Yo, everything you thought was gonna happen is wrong.
Yeah.
Vision's a woman.
Vision's a woman.
Pietro doesn't exist at all, and nothing happened."
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, especially since the next week being an hour means that we're gonna get some
stuff,
some shit.
Stuff's gonna happen.
There's gonna be a lot of shit that happens.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited though.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see an outside view of somebody who's not a big MCU fan watch this. I want to see what their opinions are.
I want to see it once it's done because I think if they're watching this with everyone else, they'd be horribly confused.
I don't know. I mean, you think it'd be really confusing for somebody?
Well, I mean, they wouldn't understand who like Quicksilver and what the hell's going on with him. They wouldn't.
We don't know what's going on with him.
No, but we know like Quicksilver and like Evan Peters and why that reveal was like a big deal and everything. They'd be like, "Why was that? Like, who gives a shit? Like, why Pietro? Okay, cool." Like, there's just some things in it that I don't think they would fully like appreciate or get. I think once it wraps up, they might be.
I've heard a lot of people say they didn't watch anything after the first 2 episodes because they couldn't get into it.
I've heard that too.
I'm just like,
you people suck. I want something different from Marvel. Oh, this is too different.
It's black and white.
It's black and white. It's old. I don't like it. Fuck off.
It's a show. They gotta build up.
Yeah. You want the first episode out of the gate to be in game?
Yeah.
Come on now. Fuck you. People suck. I've been saying this forever.
And then I see that as a comment, and then people comment to that comment, being like, "You're missing out." Like,
yeah,
it gets even better as
Sit
it goes
through
on.
the slow episode. That's with every show. You gotta have the show, the slow, boring stuff. So then when the finale hits, that's like the season 4 finale of Breaking Bad with what happens with Gus.
Yeah,
you don't start the season with that.
Nobody would care
because then it's like, all right, that was the best episode. What's gonna come after that? Yeah, you end on that.
But even the beginning isn't bad, I think. The first 2 episodes are really good.
The first episode, they were great. They were fun.
They were homages to early sitcoms, and they also had a hint of like creepy aspect.
I enjoyed them.
I did too. I think the show is slowly just getting better as it goes on.
It is. It is.
Yeah. So if people stopped watching, you need to finish watching it.
Finish it. Well, you can't finish it.
Well, like catch up.
Catch up. Because it's really good.
Or if you want to wait till it all comes out, then watch it. You can do that.
You could too, but I feel like that would take a lot of.
There's a lot of fun in every week just talking about it. Yeah, and be like, what's going on? Stuff like that.
Even though every week it's just, oh, it's Mephisto. That's all I know.
Everybody is. And Mephisto.
I don't think Mephisto's in the show. I think Wanda's doing all this, and she's just crazy.
I forgot. Do you think Doctor Strange is the big cameo, the Luke Skywalker cameo?
I would think so. I've also heard that maybe Hawkeye might show up because he has a connection with Wanda a little bit. I don't think that's not as big. Like, I'm trying to think of someone who would be like a Luke Skywalker in the MCU who shows up and is just like, holy fuck. The only person I can think of is Iron Man, but they're not going to bring Iron Man back for that. So it's like, I guess maybe Doctor Strange. That's not.
You don't think it'd be a new character?
Level. No, because that wouldn't be the same thing. Like, everyone's saying, like, oh, maybe Reed Richards, but Reed Richards hasn't been established yet. So that
somebody said
that moment's not going to mean anything.
Somebody said something about Blue Marvel. I'm like,
who the fuck?
Yeah, gives a crap about Blue Marvel.
Gives a flying fuck, or even knows who the hell Blue Marvel is.
I don't know.
That's like at the end of Justice League, Static Shock showing up and just be like, "Hey, I'm Static Shock."
What if?
Like, who?
What if it's the Purple Man?
That'd be cool. That wouldn't be the Luke Skywalker thing. That'd be awesome.
For us, it would be.
I would shit. So I will jump out of that fucking balcony. If that happens. I'll do that. Say it on camera. It's recorded. If fucking David Tennant's Purple Man shows up and he's actually purple, I'm jumping off of that fucking balcony. I may break both of my legs.
Could be Ultron. They could bring Ultron.
Ultron's in the show.
You think so?
He's gonna show up in the show. One, because I got spoiled and looked at the cast list and James Spader's on the cast list.
Is he? I didn't know.
He is. But also, like, why wouldn't he be?
So that could
he's
be
a big part of
that could be
Wanda's thing.
The cameo.
Sure, I don't think that's as big as Luke Skywalker though.
Nobody's as big as Luke Skywalker.
Well, they said a Luke Skywalker level thing, unless Luke Skywalker just shows up in the show.
That'd be weird.
Just Mark Hamill. Hey, I'm Luke.
He's old man Luke. He's not even young.
Oh, he's grumpy.
Yeah.
Force Ghost Luke.
I'm Luke, and this is Han Solo.
And this is Han Solo. Why are you a ghost? Just because they gave me money, so I came back.
They gave me money. It's like the universe is just breaking to where Star Wars characters are coming in.
As much as I would hate a Star Wars Marvel crossover, if they broke the universe that far, that could be fun. If done right. If they just were like, fuck it, we're just throwing everything into this thing now.
Bambi's coming in.
If it's done right, that could be
universe.
That could be neat. I could see that happening.
Stitch is coming in. Like, fucking,
man.
Any Disney characters.
That'd be
the Alien, because they own Fox now. Alien from Aliens is coming in.
Why not? Get weird with it.
Caesar from Planet of the Apes is in here.
Caesar's dead.
Again, it's multiverse stuff. Just bring it from a different time.
Bring it back right before he dies and fix his wound.
There you go. He can meet Rocket Raccoon.
Oh my god. Caesar would not get along with Rocket Raccoon.
No.
Like, who the fuck is this little ignorant fucking raccoon?
Caesar would not give a shit about anything.
Caesar would get shit done in the MCU. Are you kidding me? Caesar would be like, yo, there's a mystery going on. I'll find out what the fuck is going on right now. And he pulls a shotgun out. He's just like, what the fuck is happening?
Give me a horse.
I'll shoot you square in the brain.
Give me a horse.
I would love that, actually. I want answers.
Disney's like, look, we did the biggest crossover ever with Endgame.
We're going to make an even bigger one.
We're going to do everything
in a fucking TV show. I'd give them props if they do that.
They would never.
They just said, fuck it.
Never. That'd be people would have no idea what's going on.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck what people know is going on in a thing. Do it for me, Disney. Okay?
They'll make a little short film.
I've been with the MCU since I was like 13, all right?
We've been there since the beginning, 2008.
Yeah. I've been there pre-MCU. We're a bunch of old fogies.
Yeah, X-Men, Spider-Man.
X-Men,
Blade.
Spider-Man, Blade, Ghost Rider. Well, half of Blade.
Hulk. The bad Hulk.
The other Hulk. Well, bad Hulk. You got to specify.
Fantastic Four.
All 3 Fantastic Four movies.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
And the Amazing. We've seen some shit, all right? We're like Vietnam
We've been through the trash.
Yeah. We're like fucking...
We swam through it.
Yeah. We got PTSD.
That's why we still watch those movies every once in a while.
Yeah. I kind of did what Gina Carano did, where I compared being a Marvel fan to being a fucking World War II survivor. Cancel me. See what happens. I'm a nobody.
They can't cancel you for anything, though. You have nothing to cancel.
That's true. I'm cancel proof.
They can cancel your podcast, I guess.
No one's watching this shit. If someone has the balls to comment, Wade's canceled, fuck you, all right?
Somebody do it, please. If you made it this far into this video, cancel Wade.
I did.
Comment that.
I will find you, and I will shoot.
He's not allowed to disable that comment.
No.
Either. He will keep it up.
I'll keep it up.
I will like it.
I'll post it on my wall. I'll print it out.
He'll print it out, put it on his wall.
We'll
put it right here.
I'll be proud of being canceled.
We'll put it right here.
That'd be awesome. We'll put it right there.
Somebody do it.
I'll be proud of
it. We'll put you on the wall.
Fucking A, man. Our podcast is great.
Anyways, we got very sidetracked.
We did. I got fucking other...
What DC stuff? What we got?
Well, I got Marvel.
Oh, do you? Okay, go on.
Fucker.
Sorry, I thought we were done with Marvel.
There apparently there's 2 new Disney Plus shows that are rumored, and I think one of them was like officially announced.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Wakanda show.
Yes, that was
and the Killmonger show, which is still kind of rumored.
I don't know about the Killmonger. I haven't heard anything about that. I've heard Killmonger might be coming back to Black Panther 2.
I don't do that.
But I haven't heard anything about a show for him.
Don't do that.
Wakanda is happening with what's his face? Brian Coogler. Sorry, couldn't remember his name. He's directing the whole show, which is kind of strange. I don't know why.
I mean, I think all these Disney Plus shows are gonna have one director.
We also have no idea what this is about at all.
I don't know what it's about, and it honestly, to me, it feels kind of disrespectful a little bit.
I don't know.
Because Chadwick Boseman was he made Black Panther.
It's not about Black Panther though. It's about Wakanda.
I know, but they're continuing the world and everything without him.
They gotta make money still.
It's not like if they did make a Black Panther thing, they'd just be like, oh fuck, we lost $1 billion. They got 15 other franchises that they can make money off of. They're doing just fine. I think it's just kind of like without Chadwick Boseman, no one's gonna give a flying fuck about.
But this one obviously be after Black Panther 2, so we'll see what happens with Black Panther 2 before.
I get, but if it's about Wakanda, it's not going to be even about if they replace Black Panther. It's not going to be about Black Panther.
I've heard a lot of things about Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige are just going to make a new character for Black Panther, and that's what Black Panther 2 is going to be. Like there will be, it's a new guy. It's not T'Challa. It's a different guy, and he's just Black Panther.
It'd be kind of weird, but
it's the best way. That's the best way to do it and not piss anybody off. I feel like
it'd be a smart idea. But it's just, but like, Wakanda, is it just about the people in Wakanda?
I don't know.
Doing Wakanda
stories
stuff?
of Wakanda, maybe. I don't know. Could be.
Maybe I don't know.
Could be a prequel thing with it. It's about T'Chaka as king.
Fucking, I've said from day one, give me a T'Chaka movie, a young T'Chaka movie.
Maybe they make it a show. Maybe it's about that.
Call it T'Chaka. Don't call it.
And then they could have a little kid be.
Don't know.
Be T'Challa.
Don't do that.
Well, he's got to be in it.
He doesn't have to.
He's gonna be.
He doesn't have. No. If he's gonna be in it, don't make the show. He doesn't need to be in
it. If they did that, they would put him in it.
No. Don't do that. I will not watch that show.
Why?
Because he doesn't need to be in it. There's no. It's called T'Chaka. T'Challa does not.
It's not called T'Chaka. It's called Wakanda.
If it's about T'Chaka, if he's the main character, T'Challa does not need to be in it.
He'll be in it.
He doesn't need to, and they better fucking not. And I don't want them to like CG Chadwick Boseman's face on a little kid.
No, they would just get a little kid. Like they don't need to CGI anybody's faces.
Don't do that.
Pretty sure. Wait, I'm pretty sure there was a kid actor in Black Panther that played T'Challa, wasn't there?
No, there was one that played Killmonger.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
The young Killmonger in the 90s.
That's right.
Speaking of Killmonger, the show, I don't know what, because they said it was. If it is happening, it would be a prequel.
I haven't heard anything about this. So.
But
I don't know.
Before Black Panther, he was just like a war guy. It's like
he's a war guy that cut himself.
We're gonna see a scene of him in the bathroom, like
stab.
That's fun.
Stab.
We don't need to see. You already fucked up by killing Killmonger once. You don't bring him back. You fucked up. You shouldn't have killed him in the first place.
I feel like this is a special case though. Like they didn't know Chadwick Boseman wasn't gonna make it. Like
either way, you shouldn't have killed him, whether or not Chadwick Boseman was coming back or not. Because Killmonger was a fun villain. You should have kept him around. Should have just thrown his ass in prison. Because I think it would have been fun if in like Infinity War or something, they had to go get help from Killmonger, and then how cool would it be seeing T'Challa and Killmonger running together on the battlefield for Wakanda? That would have been awesome.
Cap and Black Panther way better.
It is better, but it would have been just as cool.
No,
I think, if it was both of them.
That would have been dumb.
I would have enjoyed it.
I would have hated that.
I would have loved it, and it would have been a nice progression for it. And then you could do a natural thing where now he's Black Panther.
They're just doing that now. They're just doing that with M'Baku though. So I don't need Killmonger to do that.
Sure, they wasted M'Baku a little bit too. They just used him to they made him go through that.
It's a dumb idea,
but that's probably why they didn't do it. That's probably why I'm not making more. But you shouldn't have killed him in the first place if you were planning on doing other stuff.
I think I would be fine with them coming back because of it's a special case. I think that's the only reason. If they could write a good way around it.
I mean, if it's a prequel, I'm fine with that because they're not bringing.
I'm talking about Black Panther 2, but the sequel.
They could do the spirit thing.
They could.
That's possible. I prefer that. That'd be fine. I don't want him to just. I'm alive again. Like if you're gonna bring Michael B. Jordan back, do it in a natural way that makes sense.
Bring him back, but he's playing Fantastic Four.
That'd be awesome. That character that everyone loves.
Yeah.
In that movie, who's a whiny bitch in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think this is kind of a pointless kind of idea. We don't need a Killmonger show. I'm all down for a T'Chaka show though, if that's what's happening.
I have no idea what this Wakanda show is.
I don't know. None of us know right now. It's probably years off anyway.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's definitely not until after Black Panther 2, whenever that's going to.
Probably, yeah. Speaking of things that are years away, apparently in Spider-Man 3, whatever the hell it's going to be called, Ned is rumored to be the Hobgoblin.
Yeah. Everybody's been saying that since he lost his weight or whatever. I doubt it. There's too much shit going on in that film anyway.
Probably. Also, I think it'd be weird to introduce Hobgoblin without Goblin. Because doesn't Hobgoblin come after
usually
Goblin? So I think
Hobgoblin is a copycat of Green Goblin.
Yeah, so where the fuck would he get that idea from?
Willem Dafoe is in that movie, so
he gets inspired by Willem Dafoe. Holy shit.
That would be a better thing for 4 or maybe 5, Spider-Man 5. Build up the relationship up until the end of the Probably. Because if this film is a Spider-Verse thing, like
I don't know I don't think the whole film's going to be Spider. I think the last third of the movie is going to be
even then.
Like they're coming in and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on?" And then that sets up for something else.
Because I know Willem Dafoe and Jamie Foxx and Alfred Moloney, they're all in this movie. Like they're confirmed in it. I don't need any more villains. That's enough villains.
We don't
Don't Sony. Do you not learn your lesson?
Stop.
Stop it.
We don't need Craven. We don't need fucking Venom. We don't need fucking Morbius. We don't need anybody. We got 3 villains already. Leave it alone. 2 of them are dead.
Right.
So like, leave it alone.
There's 3 confirmed villains, and there's like 7 rumored
I think
villains.
some of those are just rumored. I think
James Franco was definitely not coming back.
No,
because he got accused of being like.
Well, that too.
Yeah. No, he's not coming back. Not happening.
Not happening.
So,
which I'm fine with, because why would you want James Franco to come back anyway?
He's James Franco.
Sure. But he doesn't care. He's a fucking indie boy now. He doesn't do shit.
I guarantee if anybody in an interview ever asks him about Spider-Man 3, he just goes, "You're fired.
Get out. Get out. Don't ever speak to me again, you peasant."
You peasant.
I'm James Franco.
Never talk to me about Spider-Man ever
I played
again.
Tommy Wiseau once.
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
Anyways, what else you got?
There were set photos for Thor 4.
Yeah, dude.
Love and Thunder.
Thor's outfit looks awesome.
It looks cool. It looks like an 80s like rock band.
He's got the red whatever it's called.
The vest.
Yeah,
jacket
the red
thing.
vest thing.
Yeah, and
it's inspired from
the
one
Thunderstrike.
The Thunderstrike,
which is weird because Thunderstrike is a different character, isn't he?
Yeah, but he can be a costume. It's a costume. It's whatever.
I'm pretty sure it implies that Thor's not gonna be fat anymore.
This could be it could be a scene like halfway through maybe, but I don't think he'll be fat.
That sucks, man. I think they should have kept that around at least for like one movie, and then at the end of it, like
he was a whole end game.
No, but like a solo movie, like Thor's still dealing with being a fat fuck.
I mean, he might at the beginning. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope they don't just like. I hope there's not a scene.
So
at the
it's a
start
workout
of the beginning
montage
where he's. Actually, if you're going for an '80s vibe, that could be fun if you're doing it right.
Him and Chris Pratt.
We have a cheesy fucking. Chris Pratt looks jacked as fuck.
I know.
So maybe fuck. You won me over. Fuck.
I can see Taika doing that.
Maybe they'll do that with Buddy. If they copy the Rocky and Apollo Creed running on the beach, this can be my favorite movie in the world.
A random beach in the middle of space.
They're running and then they jump in the water and they're hugging each other and shit and they're all fit and jacked now. Fucking A, man. If this isn't in the movie, we need to contact Taika Waititi somehow.
Email him right now. Be like, look,
Taika Waititi.
I know you're still filming.
AOL.com. I don't know his email.
If you're still filming, do this.
Put it now. It'll take a day. Go to a beach somewhere and just film it.
You can play the Immigrant Song.
That'd be the wrong song to play in a montage like that, but I want that song in the movie.
Do something similar to that if you're not going to do that.
Get the song. Get the Black Sabbath song or the fucking not the Black Sabbath AC/DC song that they always used to do with Iron Man.
Oh, I don't know the name of that. I know what you're talking about.
Get that song.
That'd be weird.
I don't give a shit.
It's attached to Iron Man.
They did it with Spider-Man.
Yeah, but
do it with Thor now.
Everybody just gets that song.
Iron Man's dead. Fuck him.
They
own that song.
The Immigrant Song fits Thor so well. Though.
It does. It's a really good song. And it works in that world.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm so excited for Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't know about you.
I'm interested. I want to see the trailer first, just because I want to get a sense of the tone. And
like out of all the movies we're getting soon, it'd definitely be Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange 2, and Thor.
Doctor Strange 2, I'm interested in a little bit. Thor seems interesting. It seems like they're doing something really just out there and weird with it.
I love it. I think it's awesome.
But I want
to give me Beta Ray Bill, or I protest.
He's not gonna be in the movie.
I don't care if it's for a second.
He's not gonna be in the movie.
If he's in the background.
Do you fucking realize how horrifying that fuck would look in a movie?
A flying fuck.
You think Disney wants to scare babies?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
They snapped Loki's neck in Endgame. Like,
they didn't really. He just crushed it.
You heard a crack. And then his limp body.
He didn't Superman it where he just
limp bodied him.
Yeah, but fuck Loki.
People like Loki.
He's a villain. He's a bad guy.
People still like him.
He's a bad guy. They don't know this guy, so they're gonna see this giant fucking jacked horseman, and they're gonna be like, "Mom, that's terrifying. I'm gonna leave."
Too bad, kid.
Fuck off, kid. Learn to be scared.
It's just a horse with a human body.
Yeah, that looks terrifying.
And he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime.
That looks terrifying.
He's got a giant hammer.
Imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger's body in his prime when he was Mr.
Painted
Universe,
orange.
and then just a fucking horse head on it. That's terrifying,
That'd be
Devin.
amazing. Give him a cape, he'd be perfect.
Give him the dumb little Thor hat.
I don't. He doesn't wear the Thor hat.
He's got the A hat.
He's got a hat, but it's not the Thor hat.
Give him that little dumb hat.
Give him the cape. Give him the hammer or whatever, the axe, whatever you're giving him.
Whatever the fuck it is.
He usually has a hammer, but Stormbreaker's already taken as in
Call
with
it
the
something
axe.
else.
So.
Call it Thunderstrike.
No. That'd be awesome. There you go.
Give him another little.
What is writing this film? Taika.
Hit us up, dude. We kind of know what the fuck we're doing a little bit.
A little bit. We give you ideas. You finish it. You polish it.
Yeah, you can take all the credit.
Yeah.
All I ask for is $50,000.
Or a lifetime supply of Coke for Wayne.
Or he can't. He's not in charge.
He can buy them and send them to you.
He can. Oh, I think maybe he can buy Coca-Cola.
Oh, he buys the cans and then mail them to you.
Give me some Coke and some Skittles, and I'll work. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll work for free.
And if they ever ask you about Batman, Wayne's got.
Why the fuck would Taika Waititi ever ask me about Batman?
I don't know. It's 50 years in the future. He's an old man, and oh yeah, you want to do a Batman film?
Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
No. Please don't ever make a Batman.
And he makes a goofy Batman.
Don't do that. Speaking of don't do that, there's rumors of Kraven casting.
Oh yeah.
It's Keanu Reeves.
Don't do that.
Everybody's fucking obsessed with Keanu Reeves.
Don't do that. Don't make this movie. It's a bad
No.
movie. It's a bad idea. Nobody gives a shit about Kraven. I mean, I would like a Kraven thing, but with Spider-Man, I don't care about just Kraven.
No, he's not interested.
Even if he's hunting on Venom, I still don't care. Like,
I don't care about Kraven in general.
Kraven's a cool villain if he's attached to Spider-Man. If you're just doing Kraven, it's stupid.
He's a dick.
He's just a hunter.
His fucking jacket.
That's all. He's just a hunter.
Yeah.
Is he just gonna be killing poachers, or he is a poacher?
We're going to see how he becomes the best hunter in the world.
I don't care.
With Keanu Reeves.
Kraven usually doesn't even have an origin. He's just
a guy.
Yeah.
That's all he is.
He's a good hunter. That's what his thing is, and he's obsessed with getting the lizard as a trophy.
I mean, also they really, if this is official and Keanu Reeves is casting it, they really shit the bed by not getting Carl Urban.
Yeah,
Carl Urban looks like
Urban
the character.
Is the perfect cast.
Like, how do you not look at Carl Urban and go, that's Kraven?
I mean, it's Sony. I don't expect good things to come out of that.
That's like casting that's like getting Jamie Foxx to play Raven. Like, why?
Because like all the good Sony casts, Marvel did.
Yeah.
Like Tom Holland and Michael Keaton and stuff like that. Like they casted all those people. Sony casted Venom. And
let's get Tom Hardy. Let's get fucking Jared
Let's get this guy that could have been Wolverine. Let's make him Venom.
Yeah. Or the Punisher. Let's get the guy that everyone made fun of as the Joker and just let's make him a sexy vampire man. Yeah, Jesus, Sony.
Like, Sony, what are you doing?
You haven't learned your fucking lesson at all. I hope you go under. Speaking of,
I just hope they get bought out.
They will at some point.
And then the rights will revert for Spider-Man to Marvel, and they can do whatever.
They will at some point. So
Disney doesn't have to buy them
soon.
Apple could buy them. Or something.
Apple's apparently like in talks.
They've been in talks for like 2 years. So
yeah, and they're like, should we buy this fucking weird company
that no one cares?
That no one likes. No one buys their phones or anything. Stupid shit.
No, they want to buy Sony Entertainment, so they just be getting their movie studio.
That's all they want to buy.
Yeah, they don't. They can't afford their technology.
I mean, that'd be smart. Do that.
But like, why?
I know it's got a lot of movies.
I know Apple want content for their streaming service, but there's nothing like you can build off.
Fucking 21 Jump Street. Fucking Ghostbusters. Fucking Men in Black.
All dying franchises.
Exactly. They can bring them back.
Again, the thing is, and Apple's just like, well, the best asset you have is Spider-Man, and we don't even get that if we buy you because it goes back to Marvel.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait,
that sucks for Apple. It's like the best thing you got, we can't even get.
Right.
Fuck.
Disney's sitting there like, no matter what,
if Steve Jobs was still alive, Steve Jobs would have been like, fuck you, we're buying Spider-Man. Fuck Sony, we're buying Spider-Man. And we're going to use it.
Can't. It's not how that contract works.
Steve Jobs would have found a way. He's fucking Steve Jobs.
He would have bought Disney.
He would. Steve Jobs would have gotten in Kevin Feige's face and been like, "I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want."
Kevin Feige would be like, "All right."
Kevin Feige would be like, "I ain't fucking with Steve Jobs. Here you go. Here's the keys to the
I just love how Disney's sitting back and just like, "I win either way.
Yeah,
I get Spider-Man either way."
They don't give a fuck. They've already used Spider-Man in 2 of the biggest movies in the world. They're fine. They're happy.
Yeah.
They're good.
And they just made a new deal, which who knows how long that's gonna last. So
Every another 5-6 years.
either way, we're making money.
Making the moolah. Speaking of making the moolah, this is the last piece of Marvel news I have. Apparently, Deadpool 3 was originally going to be a road trip movie with Hugh Jackman and Wolverine.
Yeah,
Everyone was talking about this.
it's kind of strange, but
It's very strange, and I don't know how I would feel about it.
everybody thought Ryan Reynolds was joking, and he's like, "No, I was dead."
Yeah, he's like, "No, I'm being serious." It's like, all right.
Good on that, I guess. We'll never see
It's
that.
a fun idea. I think it's a
fun idea if Logan didn't happen.
Yeah, it would be a little too late
Yeah.
to do that, especially now. Like, don't
No.
fuck with Logan. Don't fuck with don't do that.
No.
You could do it in the MCU because I have a theory that if they're doing this multiverse shit, bring Laura back from Logan,
Mhm.
have her be the Wolverine in the MCU,
Mm.
put her in the yellow suit because she eventually dons the yellow suit in the comics, and then just have her be Wolverine. Why the fuck not? Then you'd have Deadpool and Wolverine do shit. So then you wouldn't have to recast Logan.
Honestly, the repercussions of doing this multiverse stuff could be endless. Like you could do so much. You could do so much,
I could.
and we'll have to wait and see. A couple years, see where it all goes.
I don't know.
But it's interesting to think about. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All the different theories
They
everybody's
could
talking
do
about.
anything.
If only people could talk about DC like that, but no.
Speaking of fucking DC, apparently it's rumored. It's not official yet, but it's rumored from some sources. Henry Cavill's coming back for Shazam 2.
I think we talked about this. Maybe.
Talk about it again.
We've always said that's the best place to bring it, to
Put him in
put him in. Put him in Shazam. Where's my Man of Steel 2?
Which it's a little weird because Black Adam's not supposed to show up until Shazam 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the hell are they going to be fighting in Shazam 2 that needs
Each other?
Superman?
Each other. I don't know. Superman's getting his ass kicked.
That could be fun. Yeah, he's going to. Opening scene, Superman comes out, he's like, "Hey, Billy, quit being a shithead," and then punches him in the face.
Maybe Green Lantern's in it too. I don't
Why
know.
do they fight Green Lantern?
No, Green Lantern helps Superman because he's getting his ass kicked.
Well, I mean, I guess because the ring is kind of magic as well. So maybe it'd be kind of weird.
I don't know.
I don't know, but hey, more Henry
Just
Cavill.
throwing ideas out.
More Henry Cavill. That's
They could just make a villain for them to fight.
they could. They'd probably be better off doing that.
I don't know any Shazam villains. I'm sure there's one in the comics
Like
you could use.
4,
But
like, yeah, they're not important.
I don't know. I don't know any of the Shazam villains besides Black Adam.
Black Adam, the worm guy, and the bald man that they already used.
There's no others.
There's some, but really, who gives a shit?
Just make up one
Make a new
or
one.
use somebody else's villain that nobody's ever
Do
used.
that. Use a Superman. We're never getting another Superman movie.
Yeah.
Use Metallo or Brainiac or fucking Parasite or some shit.
Make up an alien. Who knows?
Ooh, they could do Bizarro.
That would be cool, but would anybody like that?
I don't know. Fucking know. I can see that working though.
In Shazam, yeah, goofy Shazam.
Yeah, fucking A.
Yeah, why not?
Do that.
Superman did show up at the end of the first one, so.
He did. Now they're buddies apparently. And then the last piece of news. We got a first look at the new Joker and the Snyder cut.
Yeah, he was in the trailer.
And he's in a trailer that I did not watch.
I did. He looked like a Joker.
Cool. He looked like a Joker in the photo.
It looks exactly the same.
Well, not exactly the same.
But in the
You mean
in the
Oh,
trailer.
yeah.
They look exactly the same.
But he looks different from Suicide Squad.
He looks more like Heath
Which
Ledger.
I was looking for because I knew they weren't going to do the tattoos, but I was hoping that they would have like scarring where the tattoos were to make it look like he removed them.
Yeah.
There wasn't. I was like, that's kind of a dumb. Like, what you could have just added that a little bit to make it a little bit more like an in canon reason why. Like,
Well, from the trailer, this may not be the same Joker.
ooh, shit! They're doing the 3 Jokers thing.
Well, in the trailer, he's in the nightmare scene. you know, from BVS.
Well, but that would be the same Joker, technically. But
That's
it
a
would be
different.
vision,
That's like it's a
vision
future,
of a possible
Joker.
future, but it would be the same Joker, technically.
the future. It's not the same Joker as the one we know in the current.
Well, yeah, but if that vision happened, it would be.
Yeah,
So technically, it would be the same Joker.
but again, it's not the same. It's not the Joker that we know of as of right now. Is what I'm saying.
Sure. He also seems like he drank a lot of Kool-Aid because he's got a lot of red around his lips.
He
Just downed that fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah. I don't know.
Does he like say anything in the?
He says we live in a society, right,
That's it?
Batman? That's what he said.
He doesn't. Okay. Does he sound like Heath Ledger's Joker, or does he sound like
Sounds like
his
Jared
Joker?
Leto.
Okay.
He's doing a little bit of a voice, but he sounds like Jared Leto.
Okay. He's not doing the honka honka like a fucking.
No,
weird-
he doesn't sound like a maniac. He sounds like a normal
He
person.
sounds like a normal guy. That's fine.
It seems like he's going to help Batman or something. I don't know.
I don't know. That'd be a little weird because that was a reshoot. Like they did that like recently. So did they get Ben Affleck back for that one little scene? Like if that happens, that'd be cool. But
People talking about it, they're like, oh well, like humanity's gonna die, so Joker's like, well, I gotta help, otherwise, you know, everybody's gonna die, and I don't want to die.
I mean that makes sense. I'm fine with that. But it's just
Because it's in the nightmare scene, so it's just like, you know,
how much of the nightmare scene do you think we're gonna see?
I have no idea.
It's gonna be an hour of the movie.
That would be amazing.
Fuck.
I would love that.
Fuck, man. Why not? It's a 4-hour movie.
Yeah.
Just make it an hour.
Do it.
Make it chapter 2 of the movie. Do it. Fuck, man.
That was the best part of BVS. So for me,
It was awesome. The best part of BVS is the warehouse scene. All right, get your fucking
it's
shit
pretty
together.
damn good. Yeah, all right, I'll give you that
Get your
one. Second
fucking
best.
priority shit.
Second best.
All right, I can deal with that.
Totally forgot what to worry about.
Fucker. You forget about that scene.
And the trailer also showed Black Suit Superman, which we've already seen in
We already
pictures.
saw that. And I remember they put that trailer on. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, Black Suit Superman!" I was like, "We saw that." And it was like, what the fuck are you guys freaking out about? Chill.
He doesn't have his beard. Pissed.
No, they weren't gonna get this beard.
Why not? Henry Cavill can grow an amazing beard. Plus, they could do humor about the stupid mustache.
Well, this one happened before that, so they couldn't do that.
I'm sure they reshot something with
Bring
it.
back Henry Cavill and have a joke at the camera and be like, "Oh man, I don't look good with facial hair," like something.
This mustache is itchy.
He just rips it off.
He just with his fingernail. Because like
Oh.
he does a oh gosh, what's that Will Smith where he's Superman? Hancock. He does a Hancock and just shaves all his hair with his fingernail.
I mean, that's possible. We've never seen Superman shave. We have in the comics.
I was gonna say, does a regular razor work for him?
Usually, Superman uses his lasers.
Oh,
He'll like bounce them off a mirror and shave, which I don't know how the hell that works. But in the movies, we've never seen that, so I don't fucking know.
I was gonna say it wouldn't make sense for a regular razor to work, would it?
I mean, I guess if he's like super gentle with it,
No, I'm saying his hair is so strong, like the razor
his
would.
hair's that fucking strong.
The razor wouldn't cut through it.
I mean, that is true because in Superman 4, they have a museum with a hair strand of Superman that's holding up like a 1,000-ton anvil.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that movie's also fucking retarded.
Poor Superman, he can't shave ever.
How did he shave in Man of Steel?
Like you said, his eyelid.
He has to do that every time.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe
What if he misses?
he's got pinpoint accuracy.
Blast himself in the face.
I don't know.
Can Superman kill himself?
With his own lasers?
Yeah. Can his own lasers deflect back into his eyeballs and like go into his brain?
I would say no, but
Shit.
I don't know. Maybe that's what happened the first time. Like he tried to shave, and he's
Oh fuck.
he was like blind for like a day. He was like, oh,
Shit, dog.
what's going on?
That'd be fun. We need a movie about that.
Superman bloopers,
Super bloops. The soup bloops.
the soup loops.
And it's like the Toy Story bloopers where they just like make up fake bloopers.
Yeah.
In the world. That'd be fun. That'd be too fun.
Like Superman stubs his toe, but he actually
He stubs and he
he
flings the
kicks
thing across
whatever.
the thing.
Yeah, kicks whatever
That'd be fun.
he hit.
I'd enjoy that.
Or like
God damn it,
I mean,
Superman.
they've kind of done that. There was one of the movies as he was a kid. Didn't he like break a doorknob or something, or crush a doorknob?
He burned one of the doorknobs in Man of Steel as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, that was Incredibles. He
Incredibles.
broke a doorknob or something.
Yeah.
But they can do stuff like that, like him testing his strength or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
He's doing Incredibles. He's doing push-up things on the train or whatever with the train.
Oh shit. They wouldn't do that in a movie because they want Superman to be somewhat relatable. And that's not really relatable to most
Well,
people.
you tell me you don't bench trains every day?
No.
You weakling? I do it
Sorry.
every day.
I'm not a fucking super strong Mega Man, all right?
Why does this laser not go through the mirror?
That's what I'm saying, Devin. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. These comic books are stupid.
Maybe he's got a kryptonite mirror.
Then he would hurt himself every time he goes to shave. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm dying."
Or what is those crystals? Those crystals made out of?
I don't know what
Fortress
they're
Solitude.
made out of, but they're fucking magic.
He has one of those.
Maybe.
Bounces.
What about diamonds? Can diamonds?
Diamonds are the hardest thing on Earth. I don't know if you can bounce lasers
I
on.
got a diamond mirror.
Actually, the hardest things on Earth are nanotubes.
Actually, you're fucking wrong. It's vibranium.
It's not real.
It's a comic book. Superman's not real either, Devin.
I'm talking about in the real world. That's how strong.
Superman's not in the real world.
Is nanotubes.
Superman is a fictional character in the DC universe.
He might be real. You don't know.
I've never seen him. Where the hell was he during 9/11?
He moves the speed of light. You just never seen him.
Why didn't he just fucking save those people during 9/11?
Because some things he has to let happen.
He's an asshole.
Otherwise, people would be like,
He's got to let.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Because if everything went perfectly, people would be like, wait, why is no?
Why doesn't he want people to know him?
Because he's a secret savior. You know, like when you're walking down the street and like a car just stops. He stopped. Like, you know.
When I'm walking down the street, a car stops. The fucking stoplight stops.
Or
Why
like
would he just stop a car?
Or like something's falling and it's falling near you, but like it lands right there.
So he's gonna save you from
Like the
petty
piano.
bullshit. Just pianos falling out of the fucking sky. He's gonna save you from petty bullshit. He's not gonna save all these people fucking dying.
He's gonna let some disasters happen every once in a while.
That's fucked up. Superman's a dick.
He's like, look, if everything goes perfect, people are gonna suspect stuff's going on. And
How about you just stop the terrorists before they fly the planet in the fucking?
I'm not
ocean,
Jesus,
man.
all right?
You're supposed to be.
I mean, he's a Jesus figure.
Mark Wahlberg said he could stop 9/11. Why can't you, Superman?
He could have, but he decided not to.
You fucking
could.
asshole. Well then, all right, take Mark Wahlberg's ass up there.
There you go, Mark.
Just fling his ass up there. He's like, oh, hey, I'm Mark Wahlberg. I don't know what to do. I never fought
They
terrorists.
got box cutters.
They got box cutters.
Stab me in the neck.
They got bombs. What? No.
They had bombs? I don't think they had bombs. They used the plane as the bomb.
Jet fuel can't miss.
They did have box cutters. That's how they.
You're so threatening. They had box cutters. I just imagine you holding up a bank with a box of just like, give me the money.
I got this little knife. It's like this big.
I need the money.
I think one of them had a fork or something.
What? All right. How the fuck did these dumbasses hijack these planes? Right?
Nobody else had anything.
It's a fork. Take the fork away from the fuck.
Stab me in the eye with it.
Oh man, stab me in the shoulder with a fork. Oh man, I'm in such pain. There's 18 people on this plane. I get stabbed. You bum rush them.
They don't need it. They don't just get up and be like, I got a fork. Like
he gets up and goes, all right, everyone, get on the fucking ground. I got a fork.
nah,
That'd be hilarious.
He gets into the cabin, the pilot cabin.
There's two pilots in there.
Well, if there's two of them, two forks. Right in the neck.
It's a fork.
Or in the
Are
eyeball.
these sharp fucking? Are these like Wolverine forks?
Maybe. One of them's got a box cutter.
Somebody holds a fork to me. You know what I'm doing? I'm grabbing the fucking thing because it's a fork.
Or they stab you.
It's still a fork, and it won't hurt that bad.
And then they pull a spoon out after you take the fork.
Well, then, all right. Then they can have whatever they want.
I mean, you ain't scooping out my eyeball.
You ain't scooping shit out of me.
I mean,
You can scoop his eyeballs out. I don't watch. And then he goes to scoop his eyeballs out, and you got the fork, so you stab him in the neck.
So you're stabbing now. Now you're the stabber.
I'm stabbing the terrorist.
But you're the stabber now.
Yeah, I'm
After
a
you
goddamn
after you
hero.
just made fun of him for his fork, you're stabbing him with his own fork?
You want to get your fucking eyeballs scooped out?
No.
Then let me stab this brown fuck.
Look,
all right?
if I was a pilot and they were like, hey, I got this fork, get up and leave, I'd be like, yeah, you got it. I ain't getting stabbed with a fork.
That's why you're not a pilot, because you're a pussy bitch.
No, I locked the door.
I got a fucking fork.
Nobody's getting in because I locked the door to the cabin.
So you leave the cabin and you lock the door.
No, I locked the door so they couldn't get in the first place with their fork.
Then they just start stabbing civilians on the plane, and then
that's their problem.
The plane, and you open the thing, you're like, "Why is everybody dead?"
That's their problem.
And then the brown fuck is like, "I got a fork," and he runs at you and
I killed 18 people with a fork.
That guy's a badass. That guy's John Wick.
And nobody stopped me.
Nobody said anything, and then now you're dead.
No, it's called I'd stay there until the police got on the plane.
But you wouldn't know that until you open the
If
door.
I heard people screaming,
you open a fucking airplane. You can't hear that. All the fucking sounds
like
and everything. You can't hear this shit.
The flight attendant is like, "Hey, there's a guy with a fork."
No, he cuts the phone. He cuts the speaker thing.
There's like 2 of them.
He cuts both of them.
There's like 3 flight attendants. Not one of them reaches it before him.
No.
He cuts one and throws his fork to the other
one.
one.
He's got a box cutter, apparently. Fucking cut the box cutter. And there's 2 of them on a plane. So you take that one, I'll take this one. And then the third one, if it happens, it happens. We'll kill that bitch. You gotta have contingencies for all this shit, Devin. Think like a terrorist.
I'm not a terrorist. If I was a terrorist,
you'll never be one with that attitude.
If I was a terrorist, I'd pull a DB Cooper and just jump out of the plane.
Badass.
Yeah. Nobody ever see me again.
I feel like he probably just died.
If I show it, I would.
In the fucking ocean.
I would.
like, oh, fuck.
I'm not a professional parachute.
You're like, I'm so badass. And then you fall and you're like, oh, fuck.
What's the one I pull?
Where do I?
It's like, oh, this is a normal backpack. It's not a parachute.
They fuck me. No. At that point, you gotta just accept it. No, I'm dying.
I just like be like, all right.
Unless you fall in the ocean, then you could bullet down.
You break like every bone in your body.
You still be alive.
You probably sink because you couldn't move because you break all the bones in your body.
You'd be like, help me.
You'd sink in the ocean though. And then sharks would eat you. Or you drown. You probably drown before a shark eat you.
I don't know. If you wanted to fucking live, you'd live. If you were desperate, I got $1 million and I'm fucking swimming to shore.
If I ever come
I
home,
will swim to shore with my broken legs and bones.
If I ever come back and like my hair is like slicked all the way back and I'm carrying a briefcase full of money, you know what happened?
I'm not gonna ask questions.
I jumped out of a plane, stole a briefcase full of money.
All right.
You're gonna be like, why was there?
I'm not gonna.
Why was there a briefcase full of money on a plane? I don't know, but
I was on a plane with fucking Elon Musk.
He just had a briefcase.
He had $50,000. That's what he travels with.
He had a briefcase with $1 million in it.
Yeah, I stole it.
And I threatened him with a fork.
That fucker. I threatened him with a plastic fork.
A spork.
You ever get stabbed with a spork?
It do hurt.
That shit ain't fun.
And I
especially when they break off in you, then you just got fucking plastic in you.
And then I paper cut the webbing of his fingers.
He'd let you do that. He would have to because he could no stop. He'd have to let you out. Ow! Why are you doing this?
I got the spork on his neck.
So you're threatening with the spork,
and
then you're holding his hand and paper cutting his.
No, he's just holding his hand out while I'm paper cutting it with the other hand.
But you're threatening
him with the spork.
That's a weird way to torture somebody, Devin.
The best way to torture somebody is paper.
That's like holding a gun to somebody and then just poking them in the face repeatedly.
Poke them in the eye.
It's just like, why are you doing? Stop.
I do every webbing, even the toes in between.
That's gonna take time because you gotta take shoes off.
I got time.
What if he's got an athlete's foot? What if his feet smell like shit?
I do it with somebody else's foot. Somebody's getting their foot getting paper cut.
They don't have the $1 million, Devin.
I'm just doing it for fun. It's paper cutting.
That's your shit.
I'm gonna do behind the ears.
That's excessive.
Right here, like right here.
Don't no
earlobe
don't
paper
do
cut.
That. That's fucked. Don't do that.
Do it right here.
What are you, fucking Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, paper cut.
That's not gonna hurt that bad.
If I get a paper cut in there, maybe.
That's not in the arm.
Armpit.
Oh, maybe. I've never been fucking paper cut.
Every bend, I'm doing a paper cut right here.
It's like, what about his dick?
No, not going there.
You said every fold.
Not there.
So you're a liar.
The ass crack. Paper cut.
You can't paper cut somebody's ass crack.
If you just kept rubbing.
I just kept rubbing. Oh man. I still don't think that would hurt.
I used 4 pieces of paper.
How big is this motherfucker's ass crack?
No, it just kept I was rubbing so much, just wore it down.
It just turns brown.
Yeah, I gotta get a clean sheet.
Jesus Christ, Evan. What goes through your mind?
That's what I would do if I was a terrorist.
Your mind is like a bag of cats. You'd be a terrible terrorist.
You know what? People would talk about me though. I need to know we're riding.
I guess that's true. You would get the job done, though.
Right.
Because your job isn't to kill people, it's to terrorize people.
Yeah.
And that's what you do.
And then I jump out of the plane.
Without the money?
I take the money, yeah. And my sport.
But now you're a wanted criminal, and now they're looking for you.
But if I make it, like I wear a mask and stuff, they wouldn't know. If I make it,
they'll look for the dude who smells like shit and rubbing people's ass crack with paper.
But if I make it and I like get away with it, people make YouTube videos about me. And I'll be like, yeah, that was me. I wouldn't tell people that.
You'll just be sitting quietly in rooms like, hey, it's me.
Yeah. Like, like, I'm sure like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy, if he watched that movie, but
that movie was based on Ed Gein. We know who that was.
But if he watched that movie, he'd be like,
hey, that's me. That's what he would, because he's a fucking psycho murderer.
Yeah. I'd watch stuff and they're talking about me being a terrorist. Well, yeah, that was me. I'd see how factually correct they are. Like, oh yeah, that's not right.
God damn it, this is wrong. I'd email that YouTube channel and be like, look, this is what actually happened, all right? I paper cutted 4 people's assholes, not 5. Get your fucking facts straight. And I didn't use a fork. It was a spork. It was a spork, sir, and it broke when I tried to pull it out.
When I stabbed Elon in the neck,
bro, stabbed him in the neck?
Yeah.
He's dead.
I don't know. Just a little.
No, I feel like you'd be the type of terrorist who wouldn't try to hurt someone, but would accidentally kill everyone.
I accidentally crashed the plane.
No, like you'd have a fork up to their neck, and you'd stab them, but then it turns out you pull it out, and just a fucking artery, and just starts spewing blood everywhere.
Oh God!
You're like, holy shit!
I was not prepared for this.
That would be you. You'd be the accidental.
And then like their blood sprays into somebody's eye.
Oh no, AIDS.
Elon has AIDS.
He might. We don't know.
Why is Elon just on a regular plane?
He wouldn't be. He's got his own private jet.
I was gonna say.
You can hijack his private jet.
It's security.
You don't look like a security guy.
I dress up as security.
You got to put on a muscle suit.
It's fine. Do that. Get some balloon.
And you got to be black, probably.
I'll just get jacked for when I get to sport.
You'll spend 10 years just fucking getting ripped for this one thing.
Yeah.
And then you go and try to rob Elon Musk. You got $20 on him.
So what the fuck, Elon?
You're the richest man in the world.
I don't carry cash. Don't do it.
I can give you some Bitcoin, though.
I don't want your damn Bitcoin.
I want cash.
That stewardess over there has more money than you.
She's got $40.
Give me your money. Give me the plane. I'll land it.
You would not know how to fly that plane. You'd crash it.
All right, give me a plane and a pilot.
And give me a plane and someone who knows how to fly the plane.
I'm gonna sell it on the black market. Nobody will know.
Once we land somewhere, I'll kill them and I'll sell it.
Nobody will track it ever because it's a plane. Nobody will know.
Except Elon Musk.
Everyone would know. Hey, there's this plane.
Unless it's Wonder Woman, then nobody.
It's not invisible.
Why not?
It's a plane.
Okay. Wonder Woman turned her plane invisible.
I'm not screwed. I'm not robbing Elon. It's not worth it. Because he probably would only have $20 on him.
Who are you robbing?
Who's like kind of rich, but not all the way rich. Kanye West.
People in Hollywood. Dude, go try to rob Kanye West. He will pull some reverse psychology shit on you. He'll make you rob yourself.
He'll make me question my life. Like
you'll be like, yo, give me your money. He's like, I'm the next Steve Jobs. I was on Ellen. Why can't my kids go to school looking fly as fuck?
I'd just be
you just slowly step back and just like, okay, I picked the wrong person, and then you leave.
I jump out of the plane.
You jump out of the plane. He's on a plane too. Yeah. Everybody who robs on a plane.
Yeah, that's my thing.
You're the plane robber, the great plane robber.
I'm the plane paper cutter robber.
It's a terrible name. You gotta work on that.
The PPR.
The PPR. No one's gonna call you that.
Paper plane robber.
They're gonna call it the paper plane robber.
Yeah.
It's not bad. They're gonna call you the asshole ripper or whatever.
The
asshole cutter.
I'm the anus ripper.
I'm the anus cutter. What if you get someone that has a prolapsed anus?
Ew. I'm just not even dealing with that. No.
You're free to go.
Yeah. Or it's like Kim Jong-un. It's like, where's your anus?
He doesn't poop. Why would Kim Jong-un be on a plane?
Oh, I'm paper cutting right now.
If Kim Jong-un was just on a regular plane, I'd rob his ass. What the fuck are you doing?
Give me your shoes.
Where the hell do you think you are? Give me your shoes.
I'm going to throw them out the window.
That just reminds me of that Drake and Josh episode. Give me your shoes. Back off.
Yeah.
Little ass Gary Coleman.
Yeah. I told you I'm paper cutting right here. Corner of the mouse.
Oh,
Corner of the mouse. Eyelids. I don't know how I do it, but I figured it out.
Well, I mean, his eyelids are already pretty like slanted, so you can kind of pretty.
I'm just talking about anybody. I'm not talking about just Kim Jong-un.
I was talking about Kim Jong Un because you fucking brought up Kim Jong Un.
Doing like the nose right here. I'm talking
Yeah.
nose. Everywhere is paper cut.
Don't do that.
Cutting like right
What
here.
about his dick hole?
Oh, yeah, that's happened. That seems painful as shit. Yeah, let's do it.
That's the ultimate torture.
That's the one I rubbed for.
Why don't they do that when they torture people?
They do. It's a thing.
They paper cut people's
Not
dicks?
paper cut. They have like a small knife.
That's not going to do anything. Paper cut that fuck. You want to know real pain? Paper cut somebody's dick hole. No, they'll tell you whatever the fuck you even know. They'll admit to shit that they didn't even do.
Well, I'll be honest. Somebody was going to torture me, and they were like, "Look, that's paper. Paper cut your dick hole." But look,
Look at that guy just look. If you don't tell me what I need to know, I want to paper cut your dick hole to oblivion.
I'll be like, "Look, I don't need any more threats. I'll tell you anything."
Yeah, any dude in the right mind would be like, "All right, look, I'll tell you whatever the fuck you need to know.
Like, you want me to admit to that murder? You got it. Like,
I'll go to prison for 18 years. Just don't touch my dick hole.
don't go anywhere near me with that paper.
Don't do it.
It's not worth it.
I'll admit to killing JFK if you want me to.
I wasn't alive, but I did.
I found a way. I was a fetus.
My previous life did it.
I was Lee Harvey Oswald.
I was the umbrella man.
I was the grassy knoll.
I was the grass.
Yeah.
The grass.
That's why they never call me.
And like I shot a piece of grass right in his eye.
Ow. That's like in Master of Disguise when he's dressed up as the cherry man and he just spits cherries out of his mouth for some fucking reason. We need to review that too.
God.
Master of Disguise, that piece of shit.
See, now that I've explained all this, I can't do it because now
No, you can do it. You just got to find a creative way that's a little bit different.
I'll do it 10 years from now, and they'll be looking at evidence. But wait, what?
No, because you got to switch up a little bit because then if they look at this and they go, "Yeah, this is you, right?" You go, "No, I don't paper cut people's dick holes. I paper cut people's like balls." It's
You
different.
see, if somebody copies me and does this, and they come back to me and be like, "Did you do this?" I'm like, "No, he copied me." But no, you did this. Look, you spelled it out in this video. Right?
Well, yeah, I should probably cut this out, but I won't.
It'll be its own separate video. It'll be like, "Hey,
No, this is
terrorism."
Hey, terrorism. That's the name of the video. Hey, comma, terrorism.
Question mark.
Question mark, exclamation point.
Paper cuts.
Paper cuts.
People be like, "What the
What
fuck,
the fuck
is
What
this?"
kind of weird fucking subliminal messaging is this?
They watch it.
What are you telling us to do?
They watch it. Like,
I ain't
what
telling
the
you to do a
the
goddamn
hell is this?
bunch of retards talking about terrorism and paper cutting butts
Dickholes.
and dick holes.
Talking about
I don't like the
sports.
word dick hole. Can we change that to something else?
What do you want?
Just, I don't know, a pee hole, something. I don't know.
The hole?
I don't like dick
The front hole.
Dick hole sounds weird. That sounds like a name.
The front hole.
The front, sure. The front hole.
If
Front hole and the back
back hole. The front hole.
Butthole doesn't sound that bad.
And the
Dick
mouth
hole just sounds disgusting.
It is disgusting.
This is my friend Dick Hole. Like, that sounds like a name.
Who in their right mind?
If Dick Hole wasn't a thing, someone would be named Dick Hole.
Somebody has the last name of Hole and the first name Richard.
I'm sure that exists somewhere. Richard Hole.
Richard Hole.
That already sounds pretty bad. But no, I was thinking like it'd be hyphenated.
Oh, like that's their first name?
Yeah, like Dick Hole Smith. That's their name.
Dick Hole Johnson?
Hi, my name's Johnson. Dick Hole Johnson.
It's like, dude, change your name.
It's my fucking name. You making fun of my name?
No, but your parents are.
Your parents really fucked you, dude.
Your parents laughed their asses off.
No, Dick Hole Johnson is a homeless man. He's not getting a job with that name.
Is that his name?
That's his name. Dick Hole
Like
Johnson.
he pulls out his birth certificate? It's like, yeah.
Dick hyphen Hole Johnson.
It's D-I-C, though, not D-I-C-K.
Either way, it's pronounced Dick Hole Johnson.
It's D-I-C, and then it's W-H-O-L-E.
So like a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not. It'd be hilarious. My name's Dick Holworth.
Dick Holworth.
Dick Holworth. How you doing? It's like, is your name Dick Hole? It's like, yeah, but it's spelled.
It's different, right?
It's not like a dick hole. It's like a whole dick.
But either way, dude, it's not good.
I like how he's explaining this in like a business meeting.
He has like a business card. He just
It explains it all
yeah,
in the business card.
it's like the Joker. Like he explains his laugh.
Oh,
He just
shit.
explains because
He's got a card that says, "Yeah, my name's Dick Hole, but it's spelled differently, so it's fine.
So it's fine.
Please don't make fun of me.
Don't ask me about it.
I didn't name me, all right? My parents were hippies. You can blame them.
I still never forget that one guy that made the Holocaust joke about my name. It's like, where did you get Holocaust from cost? Like, I get it.
Devin Holocaust.
I don't even remember what the joke was. I just remember
Probably
related to Holocaust.
He probably just said Devin Holocaust.
Everybody does some sort of money joke, but no, that guy did Holocaust. I respect him because that's the only one I remember.
He also probably thinks you're Jewish, because I used to think you were Jewish for a while.
Why do you think I'm Jewish?
Because you're white.
Not every white person's Jewish.
You don't know that. Give me the facts. Give me the statistics.
I don't have the statistics.
All Jews are white, though, right?
I don't think that's true either. There might be like
Show me the
a
statistics.
Japanese Jew man.
That's not real. Japanese Jew man. That's a fucking awesome
The
name.
JJM.
That's an awesome movie name. Japanese Jew man. It's like Joanna man.
And he's just the most normal dude ever.
Yeah, Jewish people are people, Devin. Asians are people.
Yeah, but like he doesn't live an extraordinary
I
life.
expect him to go ching chong. I want all the money. Like, what do you want him to do?
No, just like he's not like a billionaire or anything. He's just
No, his name's Steve,
his name's Steve.
and he works at Apple.
I don't believe that. You lost me.
Why? Because he's Asian? You're racist?
No, just nobody's named Steve.
People named Steve?
Well, I meant like one person named Steve.
Okay, he's a person, and his name is Steve.
His name can be Nick.
Nick the Jew Asian?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the superhero name.
Nick the Jew Asian.
Yeah.
His name's in his superhero name. People don't know who that is. He's the only Jewish Asian person in the world.
No, there's two, and the other one's the villain.
Fuck. It's his evil twin.
Nick and what's the other guy's name?
Dick.
Dickhole.
That's Dickhole Johnson. He found his calling in life. He's a supervillain. That is a supervillain name.
It is.
Dickhole Johnson.
Dickhole Johnson.
Fuck, man. We made a great movie. We need to write this.
No, we didn't.
Dickhole Johnson, and then Nick the Jew Asian.
Battle it out.
Battle it out, and they just throw money at each other.
Paper cutting.
Yeah. Well, that's Dickhole Johnson. He's doing the paper cuts.
He's doing paper cuts.
And then Nick the Jew Asian is like throwing pennies.
He's throwing coins.
Throwing coins.
That would hurt
a lot more. You imagine getting hit in the fucking head with a bunch of quarters?
At like Mach 10.
Bam! That goes straight. That go through your head like fucking Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Yeah. That scene always is like, oh,
It's a good scene.
it hurts me.
I'm surprised. I'm glad you knew what I meant right as I said it.
Like it gives me a headache watching this.
Because it's a fucking awesome scene.
It is. It's amazing. What do you think? I wouldn't be like, what are you talking
No,
about?
because at first I thought you'd be like, Kevin Bacon had a coin in his head. What? Oh, first class. Like I thought it would
No,
take
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Good.